Hello, everybody, and welcome to Swim or Sink number 107. My name is Matt, also known as Matt the Mega, and I'm here with Joe Ryan, and we're going to be commentating our group stage for this Swim or Sink.
Yeah, and the first matchup we're going to see is Last Wish versus Marine Melody. Both of them are mostly in the low level scene as well, so them playing in open level tournaments actually gives them a lot of experience for the future upcoming.
I think Climate's on Manta is a stage that everyone's played before, and I think especially in Splatoon 3, I feel like Manta's a little bit better because you have more room in your base, you're able to move around more, which definitely helps teams a lot nowadays. And it really helps on Clam Blitz because I think there's now a clam spawn there where you can get more easy clams and there's just more area to move, more area to paint, and it's just really good for those teams that are charging up their specials, getting ready for pushes, getting ready for defense. It helps them a lot.
Yeah, they did expand a lot of the sneak area, this is, like you said, give them a lot more area, a lot more pain, a lot more chances to really just play defensive in most cases or attack. But again, like it's clam spots, yeah, there is actually clam spawn there to get you 3 more clams in that jump area because they do have a little pedestal for you to throw in a clam now, so it is really possible for that one. But later on, there is Splatoon Nami Ruins, the new map they're coming into the new season. How do you feel about that?
I had high hopes and they kind of got crushed when I saw it was a double zone map. I'm not a big fan of double zone map because you're just like trying to push and then all of a sudden somebody throws a single suction bomb on the zone and somehow it miraculously just caps it, and then you're like, oh, you gotta go paint over there and you gotta make sure there's nobody shooting you down. It's a really strange zone because they could have easily just like pushed down the middle part and then just made it one big circle zone, kind of like how Wahoo is, but kind of like a better version of Wahoo. But even so, like, it's a very unusual map. It kind of reminds me of Water in a way, the way that there's this kind of like this like open area right to your left, and you can use that to a great advantage. But you really got to be careful because it's a best of 3 set, which means you win 1, you only have 1 more to win, and then the other team you gotta win 2 more. And even after spot zones, Umami, I can't pronounce the name correctly, Tower Control Sturgeon, which is another Splatoon 2 stage we've always loved to see. But right away, I don't even have time to talk about that because we're jumping into Clam Blitz Manta Maria for Game 1 of SOS number 107.
We gotta check the map later, but honestly, one thing to notice is for Marine Melody, they do have a new player, which it seems like subbing it for sub-power, Kai, which is playing Splash, and the rest of them playing Sarge Machine, Dualies, and 52. While for Last Witch, we have Sarge Machine, we have the Viper, we have the Hero Shot, and we do have the Tri-Slosher. So a little bit of a difference in range in terms of sloshers.
I've seen dualies being used a little bit more, even though it does have that crowd, which is perfect. It's also great at just getting those good picks, which is what they just did there. Getting the picks off of Spuds is going to be great for them to push back in here, but it does seem like the Splash is going to take out by the Tries Fizzy Bomb, and now just trying to paint up. They had that tactical already. They have to get ready to just try to take out whoever they can, but they do get a trade with Sean. And now we're just seeing a lot of trades. It's just a fight for mid. We're 40 seconds in, and it looks like Marine Melody has really kind of taken over the map. This Viper goes down, and it looks like this is a chance for them to get claim, try to get whatever picks that they can, and start a good push.
Yeah, as you see right now, we do see that the Dualies actually going to sneak all around and also trying to get the Hero Shot together. And with the crap coming out, they should be able to actually get the kill on it and get the basket in as they do, which is mostly going to leave down for last which we have a 2-down situation. But we see that Sean actually will be going in some clans and Lily and that's Ivan actually as well, making it down to 71.
We see that Trizuka trying to get popped, trying to get whatever picks that they can, but it doesn't seem like they're able to get any. 2 down on the side of Last Wish, and Marine Melody doesn't have any more claims to keep up this push, and they do get the pick off of the shot, but the Splash is going to get taken out there. And it looks like Marine Melody might get thrown out though. Last Wish, they kind of have the map, they kind of have their area locked down a little bit more, but we do see Ivy sharking, trying to wait for the perfect moment. They don't see them, and they're going in right behind, trying to take out Icy. But it's not going to work. If a Hero Shot notices somebody gets the pick, and now 3 down on the side of Marine Melody. All of a sudden, this goes into the favor of Blast Wish really fast as they're able to take over the map.
Quirky, we're trying to really panic out here as we see Last Witch actually able to put in the ball and kind of basket in. But mostly that would be a lead right here because we do see that Cash should have enough time to actually put it in. And that would be the lead for Last Witch right now. But going back on the dualies, like that sneak was actually really good for the dualie player to actually make it out. But because of the inaccuracy shot for the dually, it's unfortunate that they weren't able to get a kill because that would have been a big difference here. But it's being a neutral save right now, it does seem that Marine Melody will be able to maybe get 2 crowns right now.
And they have the map. They're getting that map on lockdown. We do see Tomb's getting taken on by that Wiper, though, on the side. They're having a bit of a trouble dealing with the other members, but Ivy coming in there trying to help them out there, and they're going to get the pick. 3 down on the side of last switch at that time, and they're now trying to push him, but Icy's going to be stopping that Clan from getting in. Stopping them from getting some huge points there. Ivy just trying to stay alive there, but it looks like Splits is trying to take him out there, and it looks like that Super Clan is going down, and last switch is able to keep up that defense last second with Icy taking out that Super Clan.
With them having aggressive versus defensive for last race, it does seem the full defensive train, but definitely for sure on the shot and on the slashing machine. Wait, we never noticed the last race is playing double slasher. Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Considering that, we see Icy trying to get out of there, but the machine gonna be getting the pick off on, and this is a chance for Marin Melody to move in. 2 down, and they have 17 claims. This is gonna be a huge push for them. We do see the shot trying to take out Sean, but it's not gonna work, and they get picked off, even though they're with the Trizuka, and they are throwing those claims, and they're able to take lead 2 down, and they are continuing those claims. Tombs trying to get whatever picks that they can here. The Wiper jumping down, they get the pick off of the Wiper. And we do see them trying to throw in even more clams there. The shot trying to take them down into the 30s. And we do see Icy jumping right in, trying to get whatever picks that they can, but they aren't able to. And Tombs has a little bit more clams, but they're going to get thrown out there. But the Super Clam goes in there down to 4, and it's just Sputzel, and it's just Tombs alive.
Tombs might be sneaking into join the clam and finish the game right now. It is possible, and they do. Oh, wait, no, don't. Oh, boy. Off by 1. It would be a long time, but really last wish for them to actually get in and get that power clam, because they need to cover so much zone on the map, and also kill off mostly Tombs, the Sausage Machine, and also kill off the Splash, but they do kill the 52, so it's a pretty good start for them.
That was a huge push, and if they just didn't notice him for another half a second, they would have won that game. But now they still do have a chance here. We see Ivy trying to take any of them out, but they get picked off. And with 30 seconds, we see Icy on the left just trying to take out Sean, but it's not going to work. And this is going to be really scary situation. They have enough claims for that push there. They have 2 super claims, but they're going to need a lot more if they want to win this game. And they have 2 specials ready on the side of Marin Melody, so this is going to be a really tough push for them to pull off.
Yeah, as you see right now, they're all multi-huddled up, and mostly did a train on Booyah Bombs. Because right now with the hammer coming up from last wish, this might be the opportunity that they'll be able to get in, but no kills been found above. Power Clam has been made. That's 3 power clams they have on the side of last wish. If they are able to actually get enough kills, or even just play defensive, they should be able to play it off, but it doesn't look like there's enough time for them.
It doesn't look like as the super clams are dying off, and it looks like in the situation that they're in, Marin Melody down to the 1 point, gonna be taking game 1. That was just such a close game. If Last Wish didn't notice them for another half a second, we would have ended that game almost a minute ago. And they were just able to keep up those defense, especially they had over 17 claims for that push, able to just push so far into Last Wish's base. And they just kind of kept jumping in, and Marin Melody was able to pick them off 1 by 1, and that's what really secured them that game.
The coordination for them was actually insane, but that is the good thing about playing with people that you've known for a long time, because I think, if I remember correctly, Marine Melody has been together since 2020, or like 2021, while for Last Wish, they are a new and upcoming team, so with them battling each other off, they seem really more in a stable state in battling, but again, it's all just based on who are able to push in more, who is able to sneak more, and that's definitely is seeming to be on the side of Marine Melody.
And as we're talking about coordination, it's going to have to be used for these next 2 matches. We have Splat Zones Umami next, and this is a completely different map from what we just watched. It's a double zone map, which means you have to have both controls over the zone, and you have to make sure you have turf in the enemy's base, because if they throw a bomb or 2 on that zone, it's gonna cap, and you're gonna start losing some points there. So you really have to be careful. And as you're talking about coordination, Marin Melody, they have been together for a really long time, and they have that coordination that they need to just pull off whatever they can. And Last Wish, more of a newer team, but they can definitely still pull off some greatness. As we saw, they were able to push on a Marin Melody pretty cleanly on Clamblitz. So all it takes is just, you gotta regroup, see what the situation is, who do you think you have to pick off, and then you push. make sure that they don't have specials and you have specials, and you're ready to push in with whatever specials you have.
Hmm. Do you remember who got their first mid paint out of last match between Melody, Marine Melody last map?
I think it was Melody. I think there was a lot of trading going on, and then Marin Melody was able to take a little bit of mid. They weren't able to go into their base right away, but they were able to take over mid for a little bit.
So in that sense, if from Sunday Zone Line for last match, maybe let them have the zone first, but have for last match, but let them go for specials first and take over from there, because it seemed that let them going aggro would be really better. And it does look like we have double try coming up from the side of last match. Oh no, that's no crab.
It's gonna be pretty interesting. Another double Slosher lineup with Spuds and Icy on those machines. Well, one on machine, one on Slosher. And right away, we do see both teams going for these zones there. And we do see right away, Icy gets picked off there. And we do see Ivy on that carbon just trying to just rush into them. And they're forced to back up. And no, another two go down. And Marin Melody quickly taking control with that 3 down. And they are able to go right into their base with that Wailing Crab.
The quick one and done zone capping is going to just lead them all the way to the flame. As you see, just Ivy with the carbon. That was a triple right there already. Wow, yeah, that seems like they're non-stopping, but it's Melody as Ivy just gets a quad now. They might go for a 6th combo, right? As if last bit doesn't have anything to say about it. As they actually finds a way to stop Ivy. Now they're all running on special, and they should be able to cap zone now. But that's a booyah coming from Marine Melody. But tries to trade. That's enough to get them out, but let's see Ivy though.
Ivy with the flank, able to take another one of them out, and another pick! And Ivy is getting these crucial picks, allowing them to keep onto the zone, and they get another trade. And the time is ticking, and they don't have a lot of time. They do cap the tone, but Spuds isn't able to paint it enough to have 3 on that zone. And right away, a quick push, and Marin Melody is going to be winning 2-0 over Last Wish.
Ivy just went in. Ivy just. Oh gosh, the carbon's power when you have so much advantage in pain, or just so much advantage in control overall in this kind of map. Yeah, that shows how powerful the carbon is, and that definitely helped them going to get the victory from Marine Melody. But last match, yeah, they had the double Celestica kind of killed them because they were having slow weapons, but they were able to play it out and able to uncap the zone at least once. But I feel that if for last week they went with tri-slots still, they could have been playing it out, but they went for more specials. But that is unstable either way. But unless you just see Ivy with that, oh, that is a big counter that they did.
We saw how fast Marin Melody was able to get 3 picks at the start of the game, and then just push right into their base, and they were able to stay there for so long. Ivy got, I think, 5 picks in that span, and got the timer down to about 40 before Marin Melody went 2 down. But even at that point, they had that buoy bomb to block them off, and that bought time for the other 2 members of Marin Melody to jump back in there and just keep up the pressure. In Last Wish, they were really panicking. They were going right into the carbon, and Ivy was able to just flank them and get another 2 picks, which allowed them to just keep that zone and not let Last Wish cap it. They were able to cap it last second, but it was a 1v3, and they couldn't just paint over that in time. And that's what really led them to their win. As we talk about coordination, we saw how quick Ivy was able to just tear through Last Wish's defenses and get so many crucial picks that they needed to get, and they were able to win that game.
Yeah, no, this is the funny thing. Well, we see the come back in Tao's third shipyard, because this is a playoff 3, not best of 3.
That's true. That was my fault. That's my fault. I haven't seen SOS in a little bit. That's my bad. But they do have another game, which Last Wish, this might help them improve their score. But Marin Melody is not going to let them have it easy. And if we do see we might even see some great carbon plays again from Ivy. Just able to push so far up into their base to the point where they can just turf it up and get whatever picks that they can. Even just 1 or 2 picks. And even if they're pushing, if Ivy gets a trade, that's still really helpful. And that's a trade that Last Wish doesn't want to take. So they need to be really careful with how they deal with Ivy and how they can stop them from really getting those big flanks in.
the best way that they could do it is just change the weapons to more fast-paced. So again, like for the last weapon with Mame, we did see the Tri-Saucer go to a regular Saucer. They might want to go Tri-Saucer again, or just straight up go for a shooter to just have an equals odds in output to see what they can compress. But they actually move it onto a 52 gal and they go on with a Stamper, taking off the double Saucer comp.
And now they are going full, and we see the Stamper coming out from Last Wish, and that's an interesting weapon. We haven't seen that today, but Stamper is just so good at shredding through people. But right away, they get meet with 3 of the members of Meow and Melody, and right away, we do get some trades going on the board there, and we do see the Splashes trying to beat up their base. Spuds able to get that pick off of the Gal, but it looks like Meow and Melody is trying to push that tower, but they really don't have the defenses that they need, and we see Spuds moving up there with that Stamper, trying to gain control. We do see Ivy trying to take out that Crab there on the side there, and it looks like Last Switch is actually starting to push here. Ivy just trying to hang on and survive. They take the pick off of Spuds, and they are trying to hang on there, but no! Jay's going to take him out with the 52, and they are trying to get past that checkpoint with the Whale and the Crab. They aren't able to, and they're going to get locked. And Meow and Melody, if they can just paint up and get some picks, they can really start to push here.
Marine Melody did a really good defense from there, having the crab out as well to stop the tower. But with 3 down now, it does look like Last Wish will be able to recover from that but come back. But they do see Kuroka from the bottom, able to sneak from it. It might be they're not, and Kuroka might be trying to get a double, but we see from Last Wish, they are able to save it. And with the Booyah command coming out, they should be able to cap the checkpoint actually. Because that holding strategy is really great for that.
And moving right down into Meow and Melody's base, the Whale coming out there. They do not want Last Wish in their base, and they're not going to let them have easy. That double is going to stop Last Wish's push, and Sean able to get the pick off of the Stamper jumping in there, and the splash going down there. Meow and Melody is able to turf up and take control of mid and get ready for a big push, and they really need this push here.
And the pitcher is going to be going to first checkpoint for sure, but the Stamper is not going to be saying anything on that. That's actually they get killed by Tombs, and with the Booyah Bomb coming out, that should be securing for the first checkpoint for sure, and maybe a little bit more as the Killer Wave comes out, and also Tri-Sugar came out a little bit before, having the side of Last Wish a little bit of a displacement kind of issue, happening all synced up back in the base, but Sean getting killed. Oh, that is it for victory for the side of Marine Melody.
They are able to get that lead just in time. It's really not a safe lead. There's no checkpoint helping them there. But they are trying to keep up that push there. The Splash is trying to keep the tower as far away as mid as possible. And we do see Ivy just trying to get that pick off the Splash there. But 2 of them notice, and Ivy has to back out here. The Wall coming out there. The Stamper trying to get whatever picks that they can. But the Crab is not going to let them have it easy. Splash jumps on tower there. And Ivy coming in there. Getting a pick, but getting traded off there. 3 down on the side of Meow and Melody. And the Splash, he notices that and backs up.
The power difference between Marine Melody and Last Wish is Marine Melody is definitely way more aggressive. Obviously, for Last Wish, they are super defensive, even though they should be in the aggressive state. But we just see that because the Viper is not really able to be activated at all in their own gameplay. Because, again, with Ivy, Tombs, all of them together are really just denying any shot that Last Wish is having for the Sam to go and play. And they all play around it, but they are figuring it all out as we see that they actually get the lead now. Going off by 3 points though, it doesn't look that good.
With 2 down, and we do see one of the members of Last Wish jumping out there. Meow and Melody needs to take control of the map. You know, the Stamper's down there, but it looks like they're gonna get teamed up on. And it looks like no, they get the pick off of Sean, hanging in there, getting a trade on the Splash. Down to a 2v2, and Toombs gets taken out there, and Last Wish is able to take mid.
Wait, do they know? Do they know?
Do they know?
Do they know?
They don't know. Ivy with another shark, just as we saw last game. This is a really good chance for them to get whatever picks that they can there. They don't notice them. The Crab is popped, and Ivy tries to jump on, but it's not gonna work. And it looks like they're gonna get taken down there. 2 down on the side of Meow and Melody, and this is gonna be huge for Last Wish.
It's a little bit of missigning for the side of Ivy, but for everyone else, it looks like for Marine Melody just play full in defense. But during that whole time, again, the Stamper wasn't being activated for the start. They're now finally activated because they waited too long. Patience is the main point of this whole game, and we see, even though with 41, it's still really difficult to say for right now that Last Wish are able to get the victory from here.
And Catch able to stay on that tower, trying to get the pick off of Sean, but it's not going to work there. And with 30 seconds, they get shut down. And with 30 seconds, this is going to be really hard for Meow and Melody to come back from. They really need to turf up and get their specials there, and with the whale pop, they're really not going to have that further push, and they need to be careful. And we do see the splash on the side of Last Wish charging up their crab there. And we do see teams, they notice them, they have to be ready. Both crabs are ready, but the machine on the side of Last Wish, and the Stamper goes down, and the Booyah Bomb is popped, and the crab is popped, and this is Meow and Melody's chance here. All the specials are getting popped on the board, the will gets popped, the crab is getting
second,
and they take the lead!
It was a little bit of panic for them, for Marine Melody at the last 40 seconds, but yeah, with the empowerment that they had, at the end, they just didn't let it go to them. They just played the patient, they go for specials, and that's how they won. Safe to say.
Very close last game we just saw between these teams. Last Wish was seemed to be on top for most of the game. They had the lead for the most part, but Meow and Melody able to get a double really fast in the last 20 seconds and then able to start that push, was able to pop the whale, and then when the whale got popped on the side of Last Wish, that crab was just able to block it off with the shield, and then they just kind of tanked their way through that checkpoint and able to take lead, and Meow and Melody winning the set 3-0 over Last Wish.
And that is more opportunity for me and Melody to be able to get a white bracket. Well, for Last Wish, with them going 0-1 right now, they are still in the game no matter what. In Swimmer Sync, you all get back either way, so they are still able to get for head if they win the next 2 sets. But yeah, that's been the last one that's been the first round of the groups actually for Last Wish and Marine Melody. We'll be right back for round 2.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Swim or Six number 107. Me and Joe Ryan are back here for groups. Round 2 we have Alliance Moon versus Rapid Ascent.
So, for Alliance Moon versus Rapid Ascent, Alliance Moon, if you want to keep an eye on them, they're going to be playing in Megalodon Cup this weekend for Splatoon, while for Rapid Ascent, Yaru and Aisa is players to be known for, because Aisa has been on the scene for a long time if I remember correctly, and for Yaru, they recently went into top 3 for the recent Fabled draft tournament major for FA players. Yeah.
You know, all these teams, they want to get as much experience as possible, especially with SOS. It's such a great way, you know, it's a chill Wednesday, and it's a great time to get results. I feel like a lot of low-level teams end up getting banned from tournaments like Lowink because they're getting big results in SOS, and that's what really boosts these low-level teams to start playing more and just start just popping off, doing whatever they can to win. And this is their big chance. SOS, it always happens 3 times a week. So, you know, you have multiple chances a month to really get in and get results that you need. And Alliance Moon versus Rapid Ascent, 2 teams I've never heard of before, but the map list, I haven't actually seen Rainmaker Museum be played a lot, so I'm really interested to see how that goes.
For Alliance Moon, if I remember correctly, they've been here since 2021, I think, because I know I recognize them from somewhere in the low rank because that was the first time they played, but they've been just going on ever since. I think they had a little bit of a break just because, you know, the school season, but now since the summer, everyone can play again, so that's what's going on. A lot of people are going to be playing again, all because it's summer break for a lot of these people, most likely in like low level, mid level, get they're out of school, they just figured this out and play now on Wednesdays and nights, stay up late, because, yeah, Splatoon. But yeah, Rainmaker Museum de Poncino is something that's been seen a lot before. The main thing to figure out is the jump.
Yeah, that jump screwed a lot of people up, especially in overtime games. Even last SOS, I think it screwed people over a lot. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. Alliance Moon versus Rapid Ascent. We have a very interesting comp on the side of Rapid Ascent with the Umbrella coming out.
With the Bell coming out, they have Tri-Strike and they have the Sprinkler, so the Tri-Strike buff is going to be really effective for Rapid Ascent with that, and that's already 2 down, so we might just see them kill off first checkpoint immediately, but for right now, just playing in more paint, because for the side of Rapid Ascent, it doesn't seem that they have enough paint, but I use a sniper, it's going to be huge for them to aggress if they can.
And right away, we do see them getting picked off by the Jet there, able to stop them from getting any kind of big push onto the board. And it's really interesting to see Umbrella being used here, but the Tri-Strikes are going to be used pretty well here, trying to force them back here. And we do see the Umbrella coming in, or getting a pick, and able to survive the Jet just in time. It looks like Rapid Ascent is starting their push down to the checkpoint, but getting taken out just in time.
Just in time by the Zipcaster. I think that was an explosion when you actually go into... when you go nearby them. That was the kill off, but it still worked out in the end. They are able to almost get the checkpoint again. Oh, make it on the CT. But they might be end push unless the Triceratops does something about that and sneak around, but it doesn't seem like that. Maybe? Oh.
They are able to get the checkpoint 2 down on the side of Alliance Moon. So this could be really good for Rapid Ascent. They pop that Rainmaker, and they could just run it right here and get some extra points on the board. That's what that Charger's doing. They're picking it up, and one goes down. The Tetras are down. And this is the chance for them to push back in here. And they are pushing really hard, trying to get as many points as possible. Not even wanting to go for that. Not even going for that second podium, but just going in for those points is so good. Digging far into their base there. The Stabber's trying to get the pick onto the Jet, but it's not going to work there, and they throw that rain to try to throw Rapid Ascent out of their base.
Okay, for Alliance Moon, they're not going for reset. They're just going in just straight for paint turf, even though they should have enough paint turf as they wanted to, but they're really playing a little bit more staggered right now, and definitely with the main picker as well, them holding on to that, it's a little bit of an issue to them because they seem more on a timeline for that player who has it. Well, for right now, for Rapid Ascent, they can just do whatever they want. That inkjet snipe from them is wow.
That's going to be huge here. We see the Tri just trying to keep their distance with the Stamper, making sure they are not within its range here. And we see the we do see the Tri-Slash, I'm sorry, push up there, and they have a lot of their base. And Alliance Moon is really struggling to try to get them out of the base there. And the Tri-Slash are just able to take total control there. And they grab that Rainmaker again, but the Stamper takes him out and 3 down on the side of Rapid Ascent. And this is Alliance Moon's perfect chance to get that Rainmaker back into mid and potentially start a push.
It's going to be a little bit of a stalled push right now because we see all of Rapid Ascent come back in. But with the Trust still staying alive though, the Sniper actually getting kill off the Rainmaker too, so it could be a little bit of a issue for them. But for Alliance Moon, I feel that Dolly, okay, no, they got doubled on. by Rapid Ascent as well, so it's going to be more of a delay for them to go up ahead, but there's still 1 minute 45 seconds for them to get the lead. But what they really need to do for last minute is they need to cover the sniper. They need to cover the Triceratops because both of them are the heavy hitters on the side of Rapid Ascent, and allows them to go into the lead, allows them to keep the name Rapid Ascent.
And right away, as you just said, the charger with the double, that's going to be huge there. They needed to get rid of the charger, but they weren't able to, and a quick double in the push is staying so strong for Rapid Ascent, picking up that Rainmaker again. And they want to dig that Rainmaker as deep as they can into Alliance Moon's base, and they are taking complete control of the game.
But those Tetras actually can kill off the mid because, well, maybe getting a double or triple if possible. The two down on the side of Rapid Ascent, but the Tetra going down as well. There's only a minute left, so we'll see if Alliance Moon can even just play it safe. Control first, and then push might be the better option for them, but they might just be still aiming for that jump, the mid jump that could kill all games.
What was it? The Brother getting the pick off the Rainmaker and almost another one. Stopping their push, but the Tri-Strike is popped and they are going in for that checkpoint, but the Stamper takes them out just in time, and they're having to fight with that Splash. They're trying to take him out, but the Stamper takes him out just in time.
Stamper goes wild and also Bella goes wild. That's all we can say right now from Rapid Ascent showing. But for right now, we do see that with 22 seconds left, Rapid Ascent can just stay here, play all defensive they want, and not worry about it unless we see Special come to play from Alliance Moon. They get Stamper ready, get the Rain ready. That's really all the last things they could do.
In these last 10 seconds, they're popping the Tri-Strike to try to pick him off of the Rainmaker. All they have to do is back up. And with the game, it looks like game one is going to be going Rapid Ascent. And what a game. I've never seen Brella in a long time. I've really never seen Brella, especially in a competitive tournament set.
Again, for Yaru, them playing Fable, them having a little bit more confidence to play whatever they want, they're really showing a statement about Brella that it is viable and it could still be played in the shooter meta of whatever this is. But Brella can go hard as a support. It has the Tri-Strikes, it has the Sprinkler, that's what they were doing. Every time that the Brella was up, they had someone to be with, so they were just being the assist. And that's how they were able to play it out super well. But for Clamps and Inkling Art Academy, it might be a little bit of a minor issue to play regular Brella, but there is Pentabrella that they could do. But who knows?
Brella, we've never seen Brella really in that environment, and they pulled it off well. They were able to get some really good picks, and even picking up the Rainmaker to really stun Alliance Moon's push, not allowing them to push in at all. And even so, even after they try to pick up that Rainmaker again, but Rapid Ascent just staying so strong, and they were able to dig into Alliance Moon's base so early on and just keep that Rainmaker in for a minute and two, which really put Alliance Moon on the clock to really try to get a good push, and they weren't able to get past that checkpoint, and Rapid Ascent was just able to keep up so much pressure, which really allowed them to win that game.
And now they move on from that, we do see Clamps and Inkling Art Academy as game to go those Splatoon 2 map that can be either a do or die for some of these people, but Rapid Ascent, E-Leader, it's going to be a big rough competition for Alliance Moon to counter that, unless they go with something like double Tri-Strike, you know. That would be the better option for them, honestly, to go double Tri-Strike than anything, to basically deny any movement for Rapid Ascent's Lisa's E-Leader to come and play. Okay, their sniper is wild. We saw them go to do the double on the last game. They can still do that again. They have so much space to do it.
And now, just pushing into the second game, Rapid Ascent was able to stay strong, so let's see if they can stay strong for one more game and to secure their step for them. And we do see the Reflux coming out there. We have seen some very strange comps from Rapid Ascent to be huge. Never mind. Just like we're not gonna see it, guys.
Well, if so let's talk about the weapons though, because that's based off rules of tournament standards, if you go into the game, you have to play it out with the weapons you play with, even if it's a reset. So we saw Reflux on the side of Rapid Ascent. That is a crazy missile weapon.
Yeah, I mean, you can really farm missiles fast, and just again, just like game one, Rapid Ascent able to apply so much pressure, and they could do that with missiles even this game. Umbrella wasn't really viable for getting getting really good pressure points, but I think Reflux is much better at them, and they may even just have an easier time to deal with Alliance Moon. Locking them into their base is key if they want to win this game.
And also on the side for both teams, we saw both of them having a brush as well. So that's a little bit of a mix-up for both sides. For Alliance Moon, it allows them to go more aggro, but for Yahoo's Rapid Ascent, they were playing Bella last time. Now they're playing a more faster weapon with no cooldown at all, which is the brush, so they can continuously spam the ZR button, which would be even more better for them. Because, yeah, how aggro they were with the brush, with someone else, them being solo is going to be great for them to just not be held back by just delay. But for everything else for both teams, they seem like they had standards. For Aisa, they changed Boss Ela to the ZF Charger, so they have Tri-Track still, and that was all I can catch.
You know, they can really apply a lot of pressure with those missiles, just able to keep them up, and even so, they could really just push into their bats and apply even more pressure, which is going to help them a lot. And again, I keep saying the word pressure, but there's no other word I can really say here. Just pressure, pressure, pressure. That's what you need. And Inkling is a map where you can just sneak right into the enemy's base. You have a chance to go in there once you go up that uninkable ramp. But even so, having control of bats is really huge because it prevents the enemy from really dropping down more. And even so, it provides you with more turf, more control. You really get to just decide if they drop here, they're gonna get hit with ink, and they're gonna get hit with all angles. And it's really going to be exciting to see what Rapid Ascent can really do here. What kind of pressure can they apply with the missiles, and how Alliance Moon is really going to respond to that.
Well, if they played Splatoon 2 before, you mostly know how to counter that over. It just with more pain. But yeah, that's really the best we can say about Clampet's Inkling, other than it's just the same Splatoon 2 layout, so there's nothing really else you can say on it, except the map is bigger, there's no stay away. That's a huge plus, so we don't need to be carried, or like, don't be scared about pressing the B button again. We can just swim easily up into the basket. But yeah, after that, it's Blast on Haggerfish for game 3. How do you think about that?
I mean, they could easily run Reflux again, and Missiles, we all know how Missiles was in last game. So they could easily pull it off in Splatzone's Haggle, and Hagglefish is a map where you have a nice straight zone, you have a flank route. A map that every Splatoon 3 map should be like, Nintendo.
Oh yeah, and
Add more flank routes.
Oh yeah, and also one thing that they added in the recent update, the wall hoop hole, the wall hoop hole.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought you were about to say it was removed for a second. I was like, no. The Wahoo poll, which came very famous on Twitter. I follow the account. There's an account that posts Wahoo poll every day, and it's just Wahoo poll memes. It's amazing. But you know, we don't have Wahoo. We have Hagglefish. Which,
Yeah.
you know, Hagglefish, dude, you got a nice flat zone. You got that flank route. You can really use it. And maybe so. If now talking about Wahoo as we're waiting for these teams.
But
Wahoo doesn't really have a set flank route. You just have to hope that the rotation is in your favor.
Yeah, true. But again, both things in the map they have familiar. The pole. So in terms of sniper for Aisa, actually, they might not be able to do that much sniping across the map because of that single pole, as they blocked the view from mid, and people can hide under it. So we might see a lot of sneaks players from that, just waiting on there if they can, if they don't get paid over, and then just slay the best they can after that. But yeah, that's for game 3. That's just a little sneak peek of what we can see. But like you said again before, the missiles can stay back, the tri-strike can stay back, forward flat zones, it's all really fair game there. It's all relying on your lethals and your specials and zones.
That's what Alliance Moon has to really get ready for. They have to be ready because Rapid Ascent is about to let a lot. They're gonna let hellfire down.
So yeah, Rapid Ascent won.
So,
Um,
you know, as a commentator, when we have a lobby DC, normally the team notices, but it was a staff DC, so they didn't notice until like later on. So they played the map out, and it's a better than Rapid Ascent 1. So the game went, yeah, and even so, in-game players don't have a little like heads up that the spec DC'd, so they kind of played that match out. So while we were talking about Wahoo poles, Rapid Ascent was probably bombarding Alliance Moon with missiles, which is what Alliance Moon needs to get ready for in this game 3.
yeah, what they did, because again, going back to the comp that they had before, was the Tri-Strike, and they had missiles, and they had the Bush too as well. Wait, does Bush have missiles in this game, or no?
What?
The Bush, Dr. Bush that was playing, do they have missiles in this game for S3?
I don't think they do.
Octopus has
I don't
zip.
know. Oh, okay. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Steph,
Octopus.
that's always on our... that's dealing with us with the Wahoo pole.
Oh, hey, yeah, and also Nintendo Octopus Nouveau Bush with Tenta missiles or Tri-Strike again. That would be great for some players because it is more defensive Bush if they have that, but that's for the future update that's coming in a month actually. We're almost done the season.
Yeah, we better get ready because Alliance Moon, they're picking their weapons and they have to be careful with what they go here because if Rapid Ascent goes that reflux again, the missile pressure is going to be even more detrimental because those missiles can even cover zone, which you need that coverage on zone more than you. Even though, on Clan Blitz, on any mode in Splatoon, you need a complete turf coverage. On Splat zones, you actually physically need it to win the game. So the missiles able to just provide paint on the zone, which is going to be huge for them, and just Alliance Moon really needs to get ready to just deal with this hellfire that Rapid Ascent really has coming.
It could be possible that one of the players of Alliance Moon or anyone can play a Kraken in this because, like you said before, it is a flat map, so you can just swim around as Kraken, mostly help take the zone pretty quickly with having a shooter on your back. You should be able to take the zone in like 5 seconds, but we'll see what they play off in this round 3. Rapid Ascent 2-0. Alliance Moon getting 1 win at least will help them in some kind of ratio.
And they're going in with the nozzle nose. That's something you don't see every day, and I think, honestly, Alliance Moon has a bit more paint than Rapid Ascent in my opinion, you know? I think Rapid Ascent has more weapons able to provide kill power, but Rapid Ascent, Alliance Moon might have the paint that they need to win this match here. They're going in right away, they're trying to cut that zone here, the Crab coming out, they're trying to take out Yaru, and the Blaster coming in there, they get the pick off of the Blaster, but the Tetras are able to take them off, and Alliance Moon, the clock is ticking, and Rapid Ascent is trying to get that zone.
For Alliance Moon, their combi is definitely way better than they were before because all of them are having a super fast-paced weapon. The Blaster, of all things as well, having more range than they did before. They're more free, they're more bouncing, both for the side of rapid assist. They're all having a little bit delay because, again, the Reflex, the Google Eye, the Nose, which Yaru just got double on, and now got triple on.
Oh, wait,
Oh!
Not the hammer. And Rapid Ascent able to lock out Alliance Moon really fast and gain that lead. Alliance Moon needs to charge up their specials and get ready for another push there. And they notice that drop onto the left side, but the Tetris pick them out there. The missiles completely scattering them, but we do see Choo pushing up there. They get the pick off of the reflux. And Alliance Moon able to move back onto that zone there. They see Yaru and they're going for him, but just barely Nozzle Nose wins the fight. And the clock is ticking. Alliance Moon, they have a little bit of their penalty to go through, but the hammer just trying to hang on there. They're trying to get rid of it if they can. They do get a trade, but get taken out there. And the Booyah Bomb coming in here from Rapid Ascent, trying to just cover that zone. But this is Alliance Moon's chance to really take the lead.
And they actually do figure it out finally, but during that time with Yaru, everyone doesn't like Yaru on the side of the line as we saw from the first game. Just them playing the assist on anything, it just makes them just super agile and as a person to be defeated on, and it still shows right now that everyone doesn't like Yaru on the side of Last Moon. They want them killed because they are their main pusher right now. Out of everyone, they don't really have anyone to play against other than Yaru. Other than the Yichi being the sniper, the Glulas is just playing more of a painter bot, but the Reflex is just playing for missiles. So it does make sense that Last Moon just wants to take them out of everyone else, but because yeah, with 41 points now for them, it might be better chance to just play safe.
And we saw how the Reef Slider tried to cap the zone, but it wasn't enough to completely take it. In Rapid Ascent, with their penalty ticking down, they don't have many points until they take the lead here. But I see 2 down in Alliance Moon, popping the Tri-Strike, moving right in on that zone. And they're gonna take it, giving them an even bigger penalty, but they even take out a Blaster, trying to get whatever picks that they can, not letting Alliance move into Rapid Ascent's base at all.
And now with that, Rapid Ascent does get the zone again. It's more a bit less a back and forth right now of whoever can just get a man advantage and catch the zone at this point. Because again, I said before, Yita's sniper is being a little bit handicapped because of the pole, but we still see the sneak coming up because of the Blaster getting double. But still for the last minute, they might be able to kill off the penalty and be able to go down under the point with the Waypicker as well. That's what helped them even more.
The Blaster applying so much pressure, and as their penalties up, the clock is ticking. Alliance Food is getting the points that they needed, but they're 2 down, and it looks like the zone is going to get capped there. And the Booyah Bomb coming in here from the Glugas, making sure Alliance Moon is backed up and the Blaster gets taken out there, and that's going to be huge for Rapid Ascent there. And another pick onto that T-Tech in the Rapid Ascent takes control, but no, the DT!
The DC, this does matter because it's over the penalty for both requirements of a DC rule. So because DSC allows them getting the first win, even DC or not, this could still be the first win either way. And having them like having kind of one mark.
Nozzle just needs to paint. The clock is ticking. Tetra trying to paint up, but it looks like they could take the lead right here.
Nozzle doable. Nozzle doable.
Take it up.
It's Nozzle doable.
It's just that reflex.
And with 35 seconds, who knows it could bounce back again? Again, we just okay, no, the reflex died. Oh, this still is the first chance for Alliance to get the win in this head, at least putting some mark on the record. But still, that DC though, in the last mark.
Now the Booyah Bomb's getting popped there. They're trying to go for that zone, but it's not enough. He gets the pick up of the Tetris. They're trying to cap that zone there. The reflex coming in there, try to support him. Another pick on the board. 2 down. And this is a
penalty. Penalty.
2 down. And it looks like we're actually entering overtime in Alliance and Rapid Ascent. This is a chance for Rapid Ascent to win this.
Just live. That's all they need to do is just live. But the hammer coming out, only aim for the crab. Everyone misses from the hammer. That's a trade-off on the side of Rapid Ascent. 2 down. Reflex being soloed, but no, that's it. Alliance move gets the 3rd point. And display of the reset. But still Rapid Ascent moves on and gets the set win.
Oh, and Rapid Ascent, even with the DC, were so strong to hang on for dear life. But even though it doesn't matter, and Rapid Ascent's going to be winning the set 2-1, and they're going to be really moving on in this bracket.
Yeah, as they are both in Group N. For the result, we do see that if they have never fought yet, Stargaze versus Rapid Ascent would be the decision factor for either Hammerhead or Mako. But for Alliance Food, they would be going to... Oh wait, well, what's the bracket again? It's Grave, right? Hammerhead, Mako, and...
Lantern.
Yeah, there we go.
We don't even know the own brackets here, everyone.
we forgot the brackets, but yeah.
Very prepared.
Yeah, very prepared. But for Alliance Moon, they'll be going still down for Lantern bracket, but unless Stargate, which represent does something, it's gonna be really they could still be able to get into Mako bracket, but most likely maybe for Ritu Toko, the first in the seed, if Alliance Moon needs to fight them, and they win that, that's gonna be an insane pool, a little bit of an insane group. But yeah,
we're gonna be taking a little bit of a break, and then we'll be back for our last round of group stage, which is gonna be Orca Ballestra versus Celestica. Hello, everybody, and it's been a minute, but hey, it was a short break, but we're back for SOS. Number 107 groups, round 3, Orca, Ballestra versus Celestia.
Celestia, it seems like a really new pickup team for sure that none of us heard of. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to see what they play out of. But for Orca Ballestra, they are basically in the era of low level to mid level kind of orc. If they play in something pretty good, they can be really good, or they can still be really good, but just don't make it good enough. Because as it was opening up for Celestia and Orca Ballestra, there's both a 1-1, so whoever wins this gets to move on to the Hammerhead bracket, and whoever loses this will be going into the Mako bracket. So still good results either way.
So, who is going to proceed into Hammerhead, and who's going to get knocked on a Mako? And that's the question. These two teams have a lot to really think of. Tower Control Mako, Rainmaker Undertow, and Clamblitz Scorch. Really good maps to be playing on here, and they really got to give it their all if they want to proceed into Hammerhead, but only one of them can.
But for the first match that we have right now would be TC on Mako, a try, oh no, not even a try, a Slosher Haven, as people like to call it, but mostly try Slosher, and just because of the sneak path, it's just because of sneak paths, that's the main reason why.
So they better get ready and use those flanks to their advantage. Tower Control Mako, we've seen people play on Splatoon 2. Mako's just that one stage that you can play every mode on, and you love to see it because it's such a perfectly built map. And going into game 1 of round 3 of Swimmer Stick number 107, the set to end off our groups, Orca Ballestra versus Celestia.
We see for Celestia they do, oh wow, what a comp. The double crab, the sausage machine, and the 52 cal. 52 cal being a little bit a new kind of play, and this kind of meta pick. While for the side of Orca Ballestra, we do see the splash, we see the wiper, we see the heavy, we see the squiffer. So we see immediately the range eventually goes into Orca Ballestra, while for the pain output goes straight into Celestia's favor.
Right away, we do see Celestia get that push started right away, pushing with that checkpoint, but the crab is getting ready. They have that whale at the ready, and they are pushing really fast that first checkpoint. The whale's popped there. Orca Ballestra is having just a hard time to really get a good standpoint, try to paint up and see what they need, but they are going to get a pick off the machine and throw that gal off of the tower, and that's going to be huge. But the crab fight started, pushing off Celestia's crab, and Orca Ballestra is able to stop them before getting into that second checkpoint.
With them to second checkpoint for Celestia, all they need to just do what they did before and just hold it for a little bit longer to go for a third checkpoint. But both splashes going down, and that's all three splashes going down, and all the map and the heavy going down. But still, Jade on the Squiffer being alive. What we see that was Peter on the Viper just going in straight to base and getting 2 kills, giving them a little bit of more time for Celestia to kill off the checkpoint and maybe go to the second one now.
And now they're just trying to get past that checkpoint. We see the Wiper going on. They're trying to take them off, and they do. 2 down. It's down to a 2v2, and they're running that tower there. Another pick. And Orca Ballestra is able to take that lead there and push him with that second checkpoint with the crowd there. The splash taking out the Wiper, throwing them off tower. Not able to completely clear it, but it's a lead that Orca can take, and Celestia isn't going to let them keep it so easily.
Orca's not gonna let that down though, because Peter has been just going full ham, being a hyper aggressive on the Viper, just having 3 down for Celestia at each time. But Orca Ballestra going a wipeout in that point. It's going to give Celestia more chances to kill off that checkpoint once again, maybe get to the second, just like Orca Ballestra has done. But we're going to see one crab going to be popped out, second crab coming out soon as well with the Booyah. All coordination is going to be super impactful for them to kill off if anyone goes on tower.
But we do see the double crab. We saw the Wiper there just take out one of them, but the other crab taking him out there, stopping Celestia's push there. They really needed to be careful. The Splatling able to just shut down the tower and able to get whatever picks that they can. And we do see Soko trying to pick up that tower there with the whale, just trying to get whatever picks that they can here, but the splash goes down there, the Splatling taking them out. This is going to be really hard for Celestia to really push in.
Again, there is still 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, so either way, they might just be they're playing the patient game and just waiting for pain, or they're going to go for more a Slayer play. If you saw for Peter once again trying to get the kill on the 52 guy. I think that was a trade. Made more sense for Celestica. They're just playing for all specials first, and then they're going to go ahead on time as they are as we see right now. But the crab in play as well, going to be killing us for the second checkpoint for sure.
And they want to make sure that Wiper's out of the way because it's been canceling so many other crabs there. Able to pick up that tower there. The buoy bombs pop there. But the splash going down. This is going to be huge. Zen trying to get the pick off of the Squiffer. And they are able to get the pick, but the tower is just barely hanging on there. The Splatling is not going to let them have it easily. And there comes that crab trying to get rid of that picks. They can. They do pick off the splash. And this is going to be huge. They're pushing into this checkpoint. And they are able to take the lead right before Soko gets taken out.
And with Soko being taken out, they're still able to get the checkpoint in play because the Splash Machine is going to play, but we see Zen on the Splash whilst they're going to try to team up and get the double, but actually the Splash Machine go down. They misplay on killing the Ivy, but they still go down anyway, and that's straight on the side of Orca Ballestra, so we're going to see Soko going back on tower with the Splash Machine. They're going to not let it go, and they're going to still push ahead, even with every odds against them in kill.
With a minute left, Celestia able to push so far into their base, able to pass that checkpoint, but 3 down on the side of Celestia. Right as I say that, in the Wiper gets the pick, and that's going to be a really delayed wipeout here. And Celestia, all they have to do is play defense, but Orca Ballestra has a lot to really push through if they really want to win this game, but they have all specials at the ready.
Are we going to see the revenge side of Orca Ballestra going in for this first game? Because either way, this game has been really close and it's going to be a really good set for this group at least. Really matched, really tied.
And with 20 seconds, Celestia was able to get 2 picks there, stopping them from pushing here. And we see the machine pop just giving them so much pressure there. Not letting the Squiffer move it at all, but the Meow, they get shredded! And with just 5 seconds left, they're able to take off that tower there and 2 down on the side of Celestia. And this is going to be huge here. And it looks like we're going to be seeing a really huge overtime push here.
If they are able to play it off, that is, because the heavy is down, there's 2 down the side, and that's it as the side of Celestia jumps on the tower.
And a super close win for Celestia. Orca Ballestra was able to keep that lead early, but Celestia was just able to pass that extra checkpoint, which really allowed them to get that win. They're not letting them move at all. In just an impressive game from these two teams. Just the back and forth pushes were huge, but Celestia was just able to push a little bit further, and Orca Ballestra still has a chance if they want to win this set.
They were able to edge it over all because of the killer game that they got. While for Orca Ballestra, they were able to make it close, but that was because the range that they had. So in range versus kill, it's all just based on who is able to outplay the other. Which in the end, it was super close, but Celestia was able to edge it out in the end. But for Rainmaker on Unto, it is still mostly the same thing, as both of them are requiring a movable target, aka a movable objective, which is now the Rainmaker side of the tower, but you can go as fast as you want to. So say that someone just puts on a full on swim speed and goes on a light weapon, they can knock it out pretty quickly, going the left path, or if they want to go for a quick checkpoint and then just stall it out for a little bit, they go for the right checkpoint.
Yeah, I mean, even so, checkpoints, it's pretty close from the center of the map, so it's a pretty, just really fast checkpoint. If they want to go right and get as many points as possible, we know left's a little bit more of the safer route because it takes a little bit longer for the defending team to reach them, and it provides more cover, but it's definitely less points. Instead, I mean, if you get a wipe once you push right, you can jump right onto their ramp and really get that points going, which is what Orca Ballestra needs. But it all comes down to see what can Celestia do to really prevent this.
But other than that, we do have a third map right after, which is Clamp Scorch Gorge. But who knows how long it will be, because who knows, they might be ready in like 5 seconds. Do you want to take the risk?
We'll never know until this match starts. They're taking their weapons. Orca Ballestra really needs to think, what weapons can they run here? What weapons could they use to give them the slight upper hand against Celestia? So let's see what these two teams can really have, because if they really push right, they need to be careful, especially if even when just one player is alive, one person can shut down that place, but it just provides so many points there. Or they just take the safe route and go left, but it all comes down to see who will win the second match.
Will they run or will they swim? We see that they're mostly gonna be running. We do see Peter going from the Viper to the Stamper. Same with Zen going from double shot. Celestica just going from double shot to 52 splash to the Stamper and Sausage Machine. Pretty different for all sides.
The crab getting taken out right away by that bomb there. We do see the Gal just trying to hang on now, down to a 2v2. Jay's able to just stay with that Rainmaker, not let Celestia push really easily. And we do see the Tetris just trying to get whatever picks up they can here. This Viper is out though. And now they're trying to get whatever picks up they can here, but the Reef Slaughter gets cancelled by the machine. And that's going to be huge here. And that's Celestia's cue to take the Rainmaker.
But actually it gets denied because I think that was the splash that they denied the Rainmaker from going ahead forward as much as possible. But we see for the side of Ballestra, they're going to go straight left and killing off the first little hurdle of the jump in mid. But now they're going to go for the fall high checkpoint, which they're going to be just swimming for. We see that the Tetra is going to be a little bit doing dance before they die, but they do get the check.
Able to get that check, that's going to be good for Orca Ballestra. Able to get that check really early on in the game, just a minute in here. But Celestia won't let them have it easily, and they can push back just as hard as they can there. And the splash going down here, this is their cue to really start pushing in there, trying to go back if they can there. But the machine gets the trade. Soko able to take them out there with that splash there. 2 down on the side of Orca Ballestra, and Celestia has to really paint up. They need to get whatever coverage they can if they really want to get these pushes off.
On the side of Celestia right now, though, they did go for the pickup. They did go for the long reset instead of the quick reset, which does give them more players and give them a lot more paint power, as we see right now. But the crab not dying by double splash, but that's to be down. That's most likely will be a wipeout, delayed wipe on the side of Celestia. So we see all Ballestra going again on the far left, trying to go farther than 60 this time. But it might be pretty hard because, oh no, not hard at all because they're solo alone with Peter.
We see the Gal just trying to get the pick off with the Rainmaker, just barely hanging on there, taking the pick off, even though they're 3 down there. Just Splash able to get the pick of the Reef Slaughter coming in there, trying to get whatever that they can here. They get the pick off of the Gal, trying to stop whatever Celestia really has here. But Tetris moving there, trying to get the pick, to get the trade off down to a 2v2, but Orca Ballestra just trying to get whatever point that they can, whatever point that they can help them with is really going to be huge. And we see Soko just trying to stay alive there. They have the crab at the ready, trying to just get whatever that they can, whatever picks they really need to take out this Rainmaker. They're trying to get the route here, but the Gal notices them and just barely able to take them out there. But the trade coming in here with the Squipper, Jade staying strong there to get the pick and another pick, able to stop it in Celestia. It really needs to just get rid of Jade, get rid of them in their base of the Gal coming in there, taking them out just as I say that. But Orca Ballestra providing a lot more pressure.
It's a lot of pressure with Orca Ballestra because they're just able to stay there. But I think Celestia is just in a little bit more panic. They don't know what to do as they're all really stuck on what they need to do. I think Orca Ballestra is just reading them like a book right now. That's the main reason. We need to see some kind of defensive game from Celestia instead of just hyper aggro. They just need to reset that Rainmaker out of there.
Yeah, all they have to do is reset it. They have to gain some kind of footing on the board here. They've really been stuck this entire match. They're down into the 3v3. Orca Ballestra just providing so much pressure onto Celestia. This is going to be definitely a really close last game here. Celestia still has a chance. They still have a minute on the board if they want to push this Rainmaker, but Orca Ballestra is not going to let them have it easy as they're just painting up, providing so much cover there. Jade trying to go to their picks to the cannon. We see the Tetris just trying to go into their base there, but they do notice them and take them out just in time, and this could be Celestia's chance to really start pushing in here.
It doesn't seem like it could be the chance, but 2 down on the side of Orca Ballestra. They just need to get the Rainmaker and make a good path, but it doesn't seem for right now. They're just still going for the kill game instead.
And they're picking up that Rainmaker, and this is their chance to push in here. We do see the Tetras. They're trying to get the pick off the Gal. They get the pick off the Gal, and that's the pick there. 3 down on the side of Celestia, and this is going to be really hard for Celestia to really come back from here. 30 seconds left on the board. Orca Ballestra is staying strong, and they're just trying to dig that Rainmaker deep in their base, but with the Gal able to take them out there. And 2 down on the side of Orca Ballestra, but 1 down on the side of Celestica. This is going to be really hard if they want to push back in.
Actually, for Celestica, that is super hard for sure because where Orca Ballestra placed the Rainmaker, they need to go out of the sneak way and swim all the way to the left, which there is no paint on at all for Celestia 4. So I think this is more or less a safe victory for the side of Orca Ballestra.
And this is going to be interesting to see there.
The
overtime
Stamper
started, but the Stamper coming in here.
Stamper!
They can't get the pick. Celestia just staying strong. They're 2 down. They want to get this push here. We do see Jade from behind. It's coming right there and picking up the Rainmaker. And it looks like we're going to be seeing a Game 3, which is, I believe, the first time we've seen it this SOS.
This is a crucial game for both teams because, again, the stakes is Hammerhead or make a racket. So they can get in the top 16 to 30, I think 17 to 30 bracket or 32 to math. Yeah, that bracket.
Math.
But
we love math.
We love math.
Players, we love math.
Yeah, but really, this bracket all relies on this next bracket, Clown vs Scorch Gorge. Who's going to be in the Hammerhead bracket?
No, we never know. I mean, these 2 teams, we saw how Celestia was able to just push in on that last second and able to take that lead first game. And Orca Ballestra just keeping that strong defense and pressure on game 2, just completely digging that Rainmaker into their base. They're able to stall it for so long. The first time they were really able to get a stable pick was about just 4 minutes into the game. So Orca Ballestra, as long as they can keep up the pressure, they do have a chance to win. But Celestia, they aren't going to let them have it easy. And they just need to keep up their aggression, able to get whatever picks that they can here, get whatever clams. Make sure your clam economy is really strong there. Make sure your specials are strong. Make sure you're popping specials in the right area. That's what you really need, especially on Clambless Scorch Gorge, if they really want to win this game.
But going from the last 2 games, though, for Celestia versus Orca Ballestra in Game 1, we saw a lot of control, really, for Celestia going in with the double splash jump for Orca Ballestra. When they played in a different comp, and for the Game 2, they had more power in it. So I guess Celestia might be going back to go to the double splash comp, just because of more paint against Orca Ballestra. While for Rainmaker, I think they wanted to go more hyper aggressive in a weapon pick so they can get more kills. But they did play it up pretty well, but just the trade-off of kills versus objective. Main thing you would really want to do is objective than kills. Because it just helps you more go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, these 2 teams have been giving it their all, but only one will get Hammerhead and only one will get Mako. And it's all decided on one Clan Blitz Scorch Gorge game, so they have to pick their weapons wisely, and they have to be ready for whatever pressure the other team can provide. They have to just be so very careful. And again, as you said, objective really matters more than kills. So, you know, if you're able to get that climb in last second, and maybe you're like 7 and 10, but all of a sudden you're pushing the last overtime, and you have one more climb, you throw it in, and you win the game. That's what counts. Not the kills. The objective is what counts, and we are heading into Game 3, our last game of the group stage. Let's see what these 2 teams have to offer.
And the thing is, too, in Clambus, it shows coordination. Who is more screaming at each other to pass the clam or to do kills in this mode, so they could get the final victory.
And it all comes down to this. Both teams heading in right into mid, getting ready. We do see a splash. They have that trap ready, but the Tetra's getting picked out there. We do see the Stamper getting picked off as well. And we do see that Gal just right away get those picks. They're 3 down on the side of Orca Ballestra, and Celestia is able to get their clams there. They have a super. They're popping the well. They're not trying. The Hydra trying to take him out there, but the machine going down there. They're able to throw that clam into the basket. 3 down on the side of Celestia. Just that crab alive. And it looks like they're going to get forced back there. Not a very strong push. Not the push that you really want. You want at least a few clams into that basket. Not just the super clams. So now Orca Ballestra has that pity clam. And right away we see the Stamper coming in there. Trying to get whatever picks that they can with the Zipcaster. But they get taken out there. The Wheel Bomb coming in there. Trying to block them off. The machine barely hanging on. But they get picked off there. And the Gal able to pick off the Tetras. And Orca Ballestra and Celestia are really at a standstill right now. they really need to just provide as much pressure as possible. The T-Tech goes down. This is a chance for Orca Ballestra to really push in here. The Gal being seen, they get taken out. It's just that machine alive. And they pick up that clam, and it's time. They're jumping in there, and it's time to start their push. They have 2 clams to start off the push. They're taking the lead right away.
With the 2 clam push, they do landing on 60. Now we're going down to 54 because we do see the treasure going in to get some time. The Zamba does have clams. Oh wow. Do they know that they can throw clams in right now instead of going for kills? And they finally do figure it out. And that's going to be giving them more advantage of leaving the clam basket open. While the Hydra is still in the back playing so defensive on that midpoint, so they don't need to worry. Unless Celestia just comes out and go for them, but it's most likely going to be none of them. But with the push finally ending on the side of Orca Ballestra, it does seem that Celestia will be going full on for paint. And it does actually seem like it's going to happen with the Booyah Bomb having more paint advantage right now. The Stamper killing off the killing off the slot machine right after. It does seem like a full on reset for both sides.
You do see Zen trying to jump out there, but they can't in time there. Orca Ballestra keeping up just so much pressure on onto Celestia, and they have the plans that they need to start another push, but they really want to play their cards wisely. They can really keep defense here, and they're going right to take off that grab there. What great pick. They're trying to go in further, and they get another trader now down to a 2v2, but it's just a Hydra alive on Orca Ballestra, and Celestia is trying to push back as strong as possible. They want to get as many picks as they can to start a really big push.
Okay, in the pick game, I feel that they just need to kill off the Hydra. As right now, they're going through everyone pretty quickly, but again, the main thing is just having that backline defense, which is the Hydra. Again, pulling out the Booyah Bomb. They're not going to peek out when they need to. Everyone just focusing on everyone else, while just the Hydras they're pulling off for displacement of Celestia.
With that Booyah Bomb, just trying to provide them as much cover as possible. We see Soko getting another pick there. This is a chance for Celestia to push in there, but Orca Ballestra's not letting them have it easy with the Hydra coming in there, getting the double with the Gal on the machine. And that's going to stop Celestia's push there, which is a minute 45. Celestia has a lot to go through if they really want to take this win. So it's going to be really hard to see what they can do here, but the Hydra gets another trade there. And we do see the Gal just trying to get whatever picks that they can. Just hanging on there, 3 down on the side of Orca Ballestra. This is a chance for Celestia to start pushing up and take map control.
They finally do have a ball as well, so they can push it up, but them with the Splash being caught in a jump act is going to be a little bit of them to figure it out even more. But again, a ball is gone as well. 2 balls are gone now for the side of Celestia. Again, the empowerment of defense for Orca Ballestra is huge against Celestia, as we see them just, even though the Gal got double, where is the team to actually go in with them?
And now it looks like Celestia, they have the map control within just a minute left. The Tetra's getting picked off. This is a chance for them to start getting those picks that they need, but the machine getting taken out there. The crab is spot from Soko, but the Splash coming in there trying to cancel it, and they get 10s with a Hydra there. 3 down on the side of Celestia, and Orca Ballestra is keeping up.
They really did keep up, and they're going to go for no clamps going in, unless the Sausage Machine said something about it.
They are not having it easy. Another clam thrown in there for Orca Ballestra. Soko barely being taken out there by that crab there. They get even more clams there with 20 seconds left. We do see the Splash just, yeah, it's time to back up there. They have a clam. They want to just take all the clams that they can from Celestia because they have a lot to push through. So if they can do that, they can secure this game, and with 10 seconds remaining, it looks like we're going to be going to an overtime. Orca Ballestra has the map. This is completely in their favor, but Celestia still does have a chance if they want to redeem themselves.
Sushi? He doesn't. He ends the game right there with the power clam, going immediately into the basket on the side of Celestia. So, in the best of 3, Orca Ballestra wins 2-1 and moves on to Hammerhead bracket. I think this is not their first time in Hammerhead bracket either, so it might be a redemption for them.
An amazing set we just saw from these 2 teams. Orca Ballestra was just applying so much pressure, and just what a great set to finish off the group stage. All these teams are here moving on to their brackets. Let's talk about the set for a second. Orca Ballestra, how their defense was just so strong against Celestia. How did they really just keep up with that?
Again, how they really kept up with that? It's just because the Hydra didn't die. The Hydra, aka the backline of Femi, never died at all. We saw for Celestica that they were going for the hyper aggro, and the hyper aggro just made them go so kill, kill, kill. But going for greed of kill over going for objective made them do that, as we saw in the game 3 of Clam's of Scorcher. That just we saw it for Celestia, they wasn't able to get a Clam most of the time if they were trying to push above the side of a Ballestra because of the Hydra. They were able to gather clams if they needed to and just have the Hydra just have a clam on standby or just one of the blades on standby. They just had a better composition in wise of who plays what for objective versus aggressive.
We just saw an amazing set to end off the group stage of SOS, but don't leave just yet because we have a whole nother bracket to get to, so stay tuned for Top Cut. The Great White bracket is coming soon, but it looks like it's going to be our leave here for tonight, and we're going to see even more amazing commentators for later.
Actually, you know what's kind of funny is we're going to be back white soon.
Oh no, more sets to commentate. Oh, I thought we were joking. Oops. Yeah, we can actually. Okay, never mind. We're still here, so don't go away. We're gonna be back for Top Cut round 1. So we'll see you soon. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Swim or Sink number 107. Me and Joe Ryan are back to come into the first round of Top Cut. We have Narwal Gaming versus Exhilarating.
So now that this is a top cut round, it is going to be all best of three. It's a play all three. But for, this first round is going to be Normal Game versus Exhilarating, a OG team which has been here for a while versus a pickup, I think. You get Storm, Kanan, Bronze, Dio, and Ali. I feel like this is an LTC pickup.
Might be, you never know.
It's
upcoming. A little over a week from now.
Is the image the LTC map pool?
Wait, is it?
I think it is. Wait.
Of course it is.
Oh my god.
It
Oh
is.
my god, it is. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. But yeah, so if that isn't a sport of anything, that is the LTC map pool, and this is a team that's going to LTC, which is like you said, Matt. It is next week. You want to say more information about it?
I don't have any more information because I'm not
Aw.
going. But
Aw.
unfortunately, I won't be there. I have school.
Aw.
It doesn't fit with my schedule. I'll be maybe at the next LAN. You never know. I've been to one LAN before, but even passing their profile picture, Splatzone's Flounder Heights to start off the some would say Low Tide City. Start off with Splatzones on Flounder Heights, a map where when you get locked out, it's really hard to come back from. So either one of these teams are gonna have a hard time if they do get locked out. So they really have to be careful for that.
Yeah, again, on these comps, like you said before, well, yeah, it is a lockout map, and it is dependable on what weapons are really being played for them. So it could be like, maybe a double splash, could be a slotting machine, could be all at the highest of levels.
So let's see what these two teams have to offer going into round one of Top Cut. We have a double slosher lineup from the side of Exhilarating, and actually, no, we see it from Normal Gaming. Wait,
Both of them are running the slosher.
Both of them are running the double slosher. Comes along with the jet and the splash from Exhilarating, and we do see that double splash coming up from Normal Gaming.
The only difference we see here is coming from the jet for Exhilarating, so it seems like for this, the more range is going to go to the side of Exhilarating, but it does seem like it's going to be making a big difference right now as Bronze being the more backline is taking the stance and being the far away as possible, while we see for Normal Game, they're just going straight at it, capping both zones. But we see this Tri-Slosher already trying to cap and trying to go for one of the other Tri-Slosher or going for a pick, but they do get killed off. That's 2 down on the side of Normal Gaming.
And now pushing in here onto the other zone. We do see that splash trying to give it a pick to the can. They do get one. They get the double. That's going to be huge there. We do see the Tri-Slosher trying to take out the splash just in time there. They might be able to keep the zone, but no, they aren't able to. And it looks like Narwal Gaming might be able to keep up their points. But they I don't even know what's going on at this point. The blue bomb is popped from Exhilarating, and they're trying to just get Narwal Gaming out of there and cap their zone.
Zane was just walking back and forth because they don't want to get capped by the slot machine, but they do want to revive Bank at the same time. So him the moving really just keeps them more fresh in the luck. But at the same time, we do see that they really are just playing the more defense game at this point. And we see for Storm, they're trying to get a kill, and they're almost trying to get a kill on Zane, which they was so close to putting out, but no cigar. But that's 3 on zone and will not work game again. So this should be the point that somebody should be able to cap the zone, but no! All because of the savior of the splash. They were not able to cap the zone at all, and Tri-Slosher does come back in.
And the Tri-Slosher just taking care of the machine, but the storm picking them off there, and this could be Exhilarating's chance to cap the zone, but they still have that one gun. Narwal Gaming remaining strong. They get the pick there down to a 2v2, and they do get the zone for Exhilarating, and the Tri-Slosher hanging out there. The jet gets taken out there, but this is Exhilarating's chance to get some good points on the board.
It could be the flip effect now because for Normal Game, they're managing to staying at 30, but now they're staying stagnant at 30. It could be the huge difference that Exhilarating need. They might be having a force of power, like a little bit force of enthusiasm, I guess, in the weapon, because that is a kill off for this crap as well. So they're playing a full-on defense, and the jet structure is able to get full power, staying in mid and just not letting go of it. Getting
And
a triple now.
The Sea Jet doing its work, getting those great picks off of those players and keep that zone in their favor there. There goes that rain there. They're just trying to establish some kind of connection there. 2 down, almost at Exhilarating. Narwal Gaming might get a chance to move back on zone here. Trying to cap it for their favor, but we just see that Jet just remaining so strong, just trying to take those defensive positions. 2 down, 3 down on the side of Narwal Gaming. Exhilarating is able to keep it up, and it looks like they might be able to get even more points on the board.
That should be a recap, and yeah, nothing gone wrong, and the recap does happen. We see the sausage machine is dead, and we see the snowball effect is happening on the side now for Narwhal Gaming. But it's still remaining, just capping for more paint. We do see the splash going for their zone, and the sausage machine as well, but that was the splash there, now it's only the Tri-Saucer left.
And the Tri-Saucer coming in there, trying to get everything they can to pick off the storm is going to be huge there. And they really need to retake that zone there. We do see the one guy trying to get on that wall, but they're going to get thrown out just in time. And Narwhal Gaming was able to keep strong. That Inkjet was very strong. They were able to get the pick that they needed. And now Exhilarating, all they have to do is really push back in here. They have to be careful there. There comes that Booyah Bomb from Ascent, trying to get them out of the way. We do see Bronze just trying to take those defensive positions. There goes the double crab there, the Booyah Bomb from the side. Exhilarating just trying to get that zone there. Bronze is barely staying alive.
He was so close to captain the cab as well, but it was not enough. But we do see the Narwhal Gaming does cap the zone again, but still, it's off by 5 points and a penalty. It is possible that Narwhal Gaming can come back to go into OT, but right now with them being 2 down again, it seems that Exhilarating is having so much control over this whole map that they can just easily KO.
Now 2 down on the side of both, down to that 2v2, capping that zone, Exhilarating. They just have to try to stall them out for 30 more seconds. The trade coming in there, but they don't see the machine flanking. They're just trying to paint up their base, but the Jet seems to notice them. Trying to get that pick off of them is going to be huge here. The Tri-Saucer also notices them, forcing that machine out of their base. With 15 seconds, they're able to take strong. There comes that Booyah Bomb. 2 down, 3 down on the side of Narwhal Gaming. Exhilarating, still keeping up that zone there, keeping up their paint. All that they need there. Splash goes down there. It looks like with 5 seconds left, Narwhal Gaming just does not have the chance that they need to get back, and Exhilarating is going to take game 1 of the set.
That is crazy. But in this kind of map, which is a snowball effect, I guess, it just did a flip of a coin and went back and forth. That's all we can really do in a map like Blando Heights on zones.
Storm's headgear is killing me right now. It's staring in my soul.
Wait, does Storm have the mask on?
The one from the amiibo.
The Octoling amiibo.
Yeah.
The usual Storm, the golden Storm. I think that's what they're known for, anyways.
Yeah, we saw how fast the Jet was just able to get those picks off of the members of Narwhal Gaming. Really establishing a good point in throwing that rain for that extra turf really helped them paint the zone. Narwhal Gaming had that first push really early on, but Exhilarating was able to just come back a little bit stronger and able to take game 1. So as long as they can take game 2, they're going to be moving on to top 8.
What they did was adaptation, and they played it off to the fullest. But yeah, as you said, if they can play it off in round 2, which is Taco John Hagfish, they will be moving on to round 2 itself. But again, this is a different kind of map because it's not as snowbally as the last one, Blando Heights. You have a lot of space, you have a lot of flanks. So in this kind of map, it will be definitely going back and forth, and we're going to be seeing a lot of struggle for the first and second checkpoints. Because that first checkpoint all the way at the far corner, everyone is going to be either throwing either crabs or shrikes or anything to there. We might see the double saucer come back again as well.
You know, it just comes down to who can establish a great point on this map. And as they're picking their weapons, Taco Haggle, I think is like, I feel like Haggle is the Splatoon 3's version of Mako Mart. It's a map that you're just able to play most modes on without it getting too annoying, other than Rainmaker having the little cut from when going through mid right up to the enemy's base, like jumping from 60 to 30. Other than that, I think Haggle is one of the maps that that really just shines just how like how Mako Mart was in Splatoon 2, it provides a nice flat area and it provides flank routes. But moving on to the second game, this is going to be interesting to see how Narwhal Gaming and Exhilarating can really take this map.
Was Bow? Hello, Bronze Bow and Dio coming back and Dio coming in now with the slotting machine, but still the bow coming into play. That's something that you won't see in a while. It's really a technical kind of weapon, and if you can play it off really good, definitely in Tower Control, because if you just aim into the people on tower, it will be huge buff for them. But if you see immediately both getting a kill with the triple attack, or with the triple shot.
And right away, we see Narwhal Gaming put up their push there. The Tri-Strikes are out there trying to block them from getting through that checkpoint there. The machine going down there, and there goes a whale throwing Narwhal Gaming off the tower. And Exhilarating is pushing back in there, 2 down. The splash on the side of Exhilarating goes down, but it looks like Narwhal Gaming has to back up right now. But we do see the Wiper with the flank on with the hammer, and the hammer fight going into the favor of Exhilarating. Able to stay strong, then just yeet that hammer away, take the map that they need, blocking Narwhal Gaming at that first checkpoint.
The Yi was so close to getting another kill as well, but it's unfortunate for Kanan. But they are able to trade off with a kill. But Stamper be Stamper. But either way, we see that for example, they should be able to get the first checkpoint now with the Booyah. With all specials more or less in play. But no, with the Tri-Strike going out, that's going to be 1 Tri-Strike each. But 3 times Exhilarating, and that would be lead for Narwhal Gaming. Going back, going for pain, going for the pressure.
Now they're pushing back just as strong as they did earlier. Dio getting the pick, another pick. That's a really, really strong pick that they need there. The hammer coming up there, trying to take out Bronze there. Bronze notices them. Now they just have to back up here. Narwhal Gaming is just trying to get to that checkpoint, but they're not having the best of luck, and Exhilarating has been keeping up some great defense. But we're going to have to see some great offense from them if they really want to win this match.
But the main thing as well is the paint between one another, because it seems that for now, for Narwhal Gaming, because they have the Splash and T-Tech versus Exhilarating's Bow and Splash, it seems that they have way more pain, and that's what they're really using the advantage out of it, because it doesn't seem for the weapons of Exhilarating, they don't really have that much pain. They're going for more kill or more special.
Now they're finally able to push through that second checkpoint just halfway through that game there. The crabs popped, applying a lot of pressure onto the side of Exhilarating, and they just have to wait for the perfect moment to come in here, and there it is! Throwing the hammer run on getting that pick, and that's going to be a huge shootout on the side of both teams there, but they're still picking up Chowder going into the next checkpoint. The Stamper has to try to just move away, make sure they don't die, get whatever picks that they can, throw those torpedoes at them. There's the pick off of the T-Tech there. The Stamper just barely hanging on alive, but it looks like the Splash is going to take them out there. 3 down on the side of Exhilarating. Narwhal Gaming is able to keep up the pressure.
Yeah, and we see with Ray just staying base, is most likely just going to be having to support the tower while the last checkpoint happening. With the crab in play, they will be mostly securing the victory if anyone stays on tower again. But with 3 down instead of Exhilarating, that shouldn't be much of an issue for them. One more kill off the bat for them just to secure it.
Narwhal Gaming with that KO, even though Exhilarating was able to just apply a lot of defense early game, it just seemed to get overpowered by Narwhal Gaming's just persistence. Able to move in, able to get those fast pushes is what they really needed. And that's what really just led them for winning the match. I mean, they could honestly, Exhilarating, all they have to do is just stagger once, and Narwhal Gaming is on that, and they are pushing into their base. And now, it's going to matter even more on Rainmaker and Maria.
Well, this is the thing. You saying that one staggering go for that map and that mode is bad for Exhilarating. They're going to thrive for this on Rainmaker Maria if Narwhal Gaming does that. Because again, their hyper accurate comp when Rainmaker is not a stay and wait. It's just a straight up go one. So for Exhilarating, it seems really beautiful for them. This whole setup for them to have all the sneaks as well. Well, not Rainmaker anymore because they took out the left. But for the right though, a lot of them might be just trying to push for them on the right and go for the kill. Going for the quick KOs. But for Narwhal Gaming, they have the pain advantage. They capture the pain advantage because they're doing double shot. They have a lot of bombs as well. They don't need to worry about the output as well too. So it seems like for Narwhal Gaming, they're playing to the comfort, but for Exhilarating, they're exhilarating to death.
Exhilarating to death, alright.
Yeah, they are playing the Stamper.
I mean, there was one time I had to make like 50 soccer mom puns, and that was hell. I was
Oh
talking
my
about
god.
accelerating into death right now. But, you know, maybe Narwal Gaming is gonna get accelerated on. I shouldn't be saying that, but I'm sorry.
It happened. But yeah, either
Narwhal
way.
Gaming.
But
It
either way,
will.
yeah.
Mhm.
What about Norwal Gaming? What's gonna happen?
As long as they can just keep up the pressure that they did on Tower Control Haggle, they just show that persistence that they needed, just keep budging in, just keep poking into accelerating space there. That's what they really need to do on Rainmaker Manta Maria. You really just have to poke into the enemy's base, and whoever wins this decides who is going to move on to the top 8 of SOS number 107.
We see the double slosh coming back for the side of Exhilarating with the Jet as well coming back from bronze. But for the side of Norwal Gaming, we see the stamp, we see the usual. Yeah, it's the usual.
Well, let's see what these two teams have. We do see another double slosher lineup coming up from Accelerating, so that's going to be interesting to watch there. As they're fighting for that Rainmaker product, it looks like Accelerating is going to be winning it and throwing off those Tri-Strikes to really start the game and just try to throw Narwhal Gaming off there. They have the Crab ready, and they are ready to provide defense if they need here. They're trying, the double gets picked up, the triple kill. Narwhal Gaming, 3 down there, and Accelerating is able to push right into that first checkpoint and clear it, along with that tactic to help out.
They have no penalty of going from what they want to do, and that is to just go straight up and go and just go for kills, as you mentioned before. And that would maybe a quick KO. Oh, so close for a quick KO. 12 points. But try to
Wait.
that's going to be a quick pop. That's a quick pop, and that'll be it. Oh, we're gonna kill as well.
And just that was a minute-long game.
They
Narwhal Gaming, they went 3 down, and all of a sudden, Accelerating just pushes right through the checkpoint and just bars through all of their defenses. And with the Tri-Strike to help pop the Rainmaker, Storm was just able to carry it right to the... I think that was one of the fastest games I've really watched. Accelerating. The second they saw they were 3 down, they pushed through that checkpoint, and then they pushed that Rainmaker. Even though they died at 12 remaining, the Tri-Strike coming in from Storm, able to pop that Rainmaker so fast, able to get whatever picks that they needed, and just cleared checkpoint instantly. And Accelerating is going to be moving on to the top 8 of SOS number 107.
Exhilarating had patience. They just decimated, and they just had patience. They had the Jet on the back just in case someone died, and that's what they did do, and that is what happened. But yeah, just accelerated the expedition and kill off Narwhal Gaming more or less decimated that third game. So yeah, so that's gonna be it for us now.
Looks like we are going to be switching off everyone, and we'll see some more amazing commentators up next for top 8. So, we will see you guys later. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this. What?
What's their socials?
Oops. I'm sorry. I've had it off day. Where can they find you, Jordan? Jordan.
Well, you can find me at Joanne51 on Twitter, Twitch, Joanne2, and at LTC next week.
As we're talking about before.
Yep. But what about you, Mega?
You can find me anywhere at Matthew Mega LOL as I'm trying to get the @ back Twitter. Please help me out here. You can find me anywhere. I'm going to be commentating a lot more in the future, so look out for me and make sure you follow my socials.
Yep. And we'll be back now with more commentary, more action for the Swimmer Sync 107.
Hello everyone! Welcome back to Swim or Sink Top Cut. It is I, Mad Gamer II. I am joined by the one and only Genie. How are you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm doing great. I'm here. I'm ready to do some SOS. My school schedule's blessed me, so I can do some more SOSs again. So I'm really excited for this. And our match today, I can't believe I'm saying this. Normally we watch in our second round the 4th seed versus the 5th seed. Usually both of them move on pretty easily. We have the 12th seed versus the 13th. This is some big upset territory, and we've got question marks, Carp, and Meow for Nitro. A battle of the animals, and I love how on our screen they are facing each other. That is top tier.
They're absolutely just going toe to toe. You know what?
Yeah.
Now that I'm looking at, like, one of the members on question mark is named Trout, so I wonder if their image is of a trout, not a carp, like I thought it was.
True. That's. It still looks like a carp because it's got scales and
Right.
how its scale pattern is, because all fish have scales. Just how its pattern is, and I kind of have my fishing license know how to mark some fish. It's not a northeast southern provinces. Northeast states, southern provinces, or Great Lakes fish. It might be, could be a Mississippi area carp. Is how its back is arched, but I don't know. And that's just a cute cat. Besides me going into detail about fish and all that, I know it's Splatoon and it's a fishy game. We should probably talk about Clamlet's Museum de Alfonsina.
Yes, Museum Lambs. This is an interesting one because with Clampless it opens up a lot of the routes. Like that whole left side just gets opened up with the addition of the ramp. Like it's the same for Rainmaker, but I feel like with clams, because you're just gonna be all over the place, it tends to be a bit scrappy in the beginning game.
Yeah, it's especially, I know with Baja gonna be on those tetras on the side of question mark carp. This could be a playground. I know Mako Mart Zone will be a playground as well. These first two maps, if Meow for Nitro can survive that, getting themselves to Tower Patrol, I feel like they can keep themselves alive in this series. It'll really be, which team is more chaotic here?
Alright, we're gonna be hopping into this, and whoa, I was not expecting that. Well, actually, you mentioned the Tetris. I see the Tetris, and yeah, that's a nice looking comp on the side of Meow for Nitro. Oh, I'm sorry, that's question mark. Meow for Nitro is the one with the unconventional comp here.
I think both of them, I know their comps look very different with weapons. They all have a shooter, a long range thing that shoots bullets, wiper, and a weapon that'll feed that will try and tear you apart. So far, question mark Carp is doing a better job at getting the clams gold. The one thing that they are forgetting is objective. They don't have a power climb yet.
They got a little bit focused on the slaying and forgot some of the clams, but it looks like they arc, and oh no, the Carbon's just gonna say no clam for you, and that's just gonna be the Tetris remaining.
They were able to punish, Meow for Nitro was able to punish the fact that question marks did not have any power clams. They had 6 clams on multiple people. Unfortunately, not able to combine them, and even though their comp is a little bit chaotic, I think the pickup vibes kind of got to them. Meow for Nitro though, they got their clam ready, and Barrett pops that Zuka right away. Is gonna get shut down by the ballpoint. Another clam coming in ready for Meow for Nitro. Will they be able to get close enough to the basket? See it, trying to walk their way in. Raincloud is trying to find their way a path, but they're not gonna be able to get through. Ballpoints and the splash mixed with this wiper is shutting it down, and the Carbon is trying to land some of those shots down, but they can't. It's just not able to find the connection there.
That was unfortunate. Now, something else I'm just noticing, I think what held up Confusion, Trout, and their pushes, like 2 of their specials, the Inkjet and the Crab, when the user is in them, they're going to be in them for quite a long while, and they can't do anything with the clams, so it didn't really work in their favor. But Meow for Nitro, they popped off some specials. We saw the Zuka go out, and they were able to just immediately throw clams in once they were finished with it.
Ooh, these Tri-Strikes is going to maybe find Woomy, and yeah, it does, but I don't think anyone from Meow for Nitro will be able to punish it. That Ultra Stamp is coming through. It's going to be able to punish the C-Jet. C-Jet not able to do any damage to that.
Ooh.
And Woomy gets another one! Great job with the yeet on an alley. There's the Ultra Stab coming out from Zenith. They're able to get... Oh my goodness, I thought they were going to be able to get something there. I think I early commentators cursed that one. My bad on that behalf. But here they go, question marks. Looking for a good score. They have a power climb to their name. Can it find its way to the basket? They've got a crab tank ready for the crab.
Oh no! Oh
They
no!
throw it. It doesn't quite go in. Baja's going to be able to scoop it up and throw it in. But they lost all those clams that they had using that reslider. Vera's going to try and stay alive. These clams now, for question marks, are finding their way into the basket. They just need a couple more to get that lead. They do have it now. Meow for Nitro. They're scrambling. Baja's got 2 again in the spawn of Meow for Nitro. Here goes question marks. Again, they've got some clams. They're trying to throw it up. It's got that stamp. He's trying to shut down this push, but they're just going in circles and not able to find anyone. This Splash is able to get some more clams in all the way down to 32. This push is not ended. I still have breath.
It is just absolutely insane around. Like, both teams are just dancing around each other, trying to stay alive. But unfortunately, Confusion Trout is going to finally go down. It's just going to be the ballpoint coming back and the rest from spawn. Meow for Nitro going to be moving up. See the carbon on that ledge. It's just going to be sharking, trying to find some ground and some clams.
That was crazy, and Wooming's gone down on the side. I'm very interested to see how Meow for Nitro is going to find their way back in. They're going to get traded out here and there, but trades are not something you want to take against as crazy, aggressive, fast-paced comp, especially QR comp. Look,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you trade with the Tetras, you know, they're going to be back before you, and then some.
Baja's an amazing Tetris player. When Tetris, I remember when Baja first saw Tetris come out, that was many, many, many moons ago. Fell in love with that weapon.
Just knew immediately, that's the one for me.
Yep. That was,
Looks
oh
like
my gosh, long time ago.
Meow for Nitro's on the back foot again.
Yeah, they are, but they are trying to find their way through mid. They've got tri-strikes, but they need to be able to find Baja. Baja's gone behind them. He's got that Ultra Stamp who's going in, but Baja takes out one. They take out the Jet. Just Baja left alive, though. So this is good. A wipeout. Meow for Nitro opportunity is on the horizon. They're trying to get the clams together, but they need more past just a power. So yes, they can combine this power, but need a little bit more. They've got a power climb jumping in. That should get them really darn close, but it won't get them the lead. It's very, very darn close. We just got a little over 30 seconds. The clams are spawned perfectly. Ali's going to be able to throw them in. Tied score, and I know one more clam is sitting on that spinner. So if Meow for Nitro is able to go around, they are able to get the lead, and they will. They'll be able to grab that lead. The wipeout has come through now, and there's going to be a power climb ready to go for question mark.
That's going to be huge for Meow here. They've got the last 20 seconds, but look at the amount of clams that just spawn on their own plat. Confusion is going to be able to capitalize off that, and they even have 2 power clams already. This could so easily swing against them if they're not careful. Like, Meow for Nitro has to stay alive. They are popping their specials, trying to push them out. We do see a trade, but 2 members of Meow for Nitro are down, and then we are now going to be hitting overtime.
Is going to have to stay alive, and they don't. The 2 power clams are going to make their way down to the basket. One more clam is what they need to tie it, and they need a second one to get the lead, and they will. Question mark, able to come out clutch in the overtime, taking game 1 over Meow for Nitro. My
Dang, that was down to the wire. Yeah, Meow for Nitro, they had something good going, but then just and when it came down to the last second, like, they weren't able to maintain their defense. Just the aggression coming out from Confusion was just too much for them, and they just were a little bit overwhelmed.
Yeah, and what a back and forth match between these two teams, showing that they don't really have a good defense. I was not overly impressed with either team's defense, but their offense, on the other hand, was really good. Oh, I feel like going on in this series, it's whoever can land a stronger blow at the end. Looking forward to a zones map, and especially zones Mako, with a carbon and a Tetras and 2 wipers coming out.
Yeah,
I don't feel like there's going to be many punches thrown. Maybe 1 or 2, but the blows are always pretty big with comps like those.
I can't imagine like one team being able to hold on to it for very long. I feel like this is gonna go back and forth unless like the aggression, like offense is the best defense. If they're able to be so aggressive they can't even get to the zone, you know, that might be a different story. But yeah, both of these teams are opting for just the spearhead rather than the shield.
When they had the choice back in the Sinnoh region to choose either Bastiodon or Rampardos, they definitely chose Rampardos. They did not choose that. They chose sword and not shield. I feel like especially with the weapons that they have, if you get those wipeouts and you get that map control, it's so hard to get it back. You're gonna need your two longer range, more supportive weapons that definitely have your paint control down for you. You're gonna need those two to absolutely pop off in your moments to get in. Kills, hammer kills, any way to find your way back in.
100%. And it looks like Confusion is going to be taking the first zone cap. We're going to see if they're going to be pushing forward. We already see Woomy trying to go in. Both them and the Tetris are going to go down. Meow from Nitro potentially going to get this flip back, but they seems to be struggling with it.
Now Vera's able to go in, able to find one. Can they find two? They get two. They're going to have to turn around and get three. Can they find it? They got three, and the team's able to find them out with the wipeout. This is huge. Vera gets the map control with their team. They're just going to be able to have a playground here on Carbon. And I know the Tetris want to come back quickly, but every time you get splatted, that's just more control for Vera.
Yeah, not only like Confusion, they got the 2 down and lots of zones initially, but then getting the Carbon there, getting the nice triple, and then the full wipeout, that's really going to set Meow up for a good while, but already we see the specials coming out, and it's going to flip that zone right back.
Never ever thought about that. I can't just never think of Reef Slider being a good special. On this map, it helps you paint zone. You throw a bomb on one side of the zone and a Reef Slider on the other, you have zone. That's end of sentence. So that's not something that I ever think about. Because honestly, who uses Reef Slider? What backliner uses Reef Slider?
They're going to be trying to hold on to it. It's getting scrappy out here. They are so close to taking that lead back, and they are able to maintain the zone, which is a couple of points away. And I think Meow is 3 down with just a Stamper rain, but they are going to finally lose it.
There's no way that's how they get the zone back. Oh, for Nitro, seen it going off so darn big with that Stamper. I know some of them were some super jumps, but that's still critical for their team.
Absolutely. I mean, we talk about Reef Slider bringing out the surprises. You know, the Stamper coming out, not only getting the slays in, but just getting the zone painted. And they don't have too much of a penalty left. They just got to maintain it for a couple more points.
They want to. They're going to have to. It's going to be difficult, though, because question marks are here. Zenith again with the Ultra Stamp. It goes off so big. The Reef Slider is trying to go in. It's able to not even neutralize the zone in that scenario, and they're going to get taken out. Baja goes down pretty darn easily. Now for Nitro now has a lead. We're going to see what Ali and Vera can get done, because they're the last 2 members alive on this zone. Vera's going in, but the Ultra Stamp blocks the damage. Ultra Stamp's going in for Woomy. Woomy's trying to find some more. They got the zone cap, so that's all they really need. They are going to go down in the process of eating that thing now.
Yeah, this Jet Squelcher is pretty critical for not only for the defense, but just maintaining a lot of their paint, because we see the Carbon and the Whitebird combo. They're excellent for slaying, but they really do need a support from their Jet player right here. And with the rain going out, they are going to be so close to getting that back, but they lose 2 of their members in the process, so that's going to really set them back here.
Yeah, now this is an Inkjet spot that is very, very devastating. The ballpoint up here, it doesn't usually get as much credit for using a good Inkjet spot. But there, it forced all the members of Meow for Nitro on that right side into a corner where question mark can kind of punish them. The zone lead has swapped over, so Meow for Nitro, they're going to have to get into the zone very quickly if they want to stay alive in this game, in this series.
2 down, but it's getting close. It's just a battle for paint right now. They are slowly making their way forward. The rain definitely helped out a lot, but now the crab is going to be going out, keeping them from being able to push too far forward, and that's going to be the Stamper of a Ultra Stamp getting taken down, and they're already going to be flipping that zone back.
The most confusing thing about the Splatana class is one is Splatana Stamper, and one has a Stamper.
I know!
I don't understand why the translation had to be that, but you know what? It's A-okay. As we're going through, Meow for Nitro should be able to cap the zone, especially with that Ultra Stamp going through, and the jump will be camped. Then again, that is Tetris. They have quick respawn, so Baja will be back before I said now. Wow. And there's Baja again.
There they are. They're coming back, trying to find some more picks. But Meow for Nitro is doing an excellent job of holding out. I say that as their Jet goes down, and now Baja is in the zone, taking it back for Confusion. We're down in the last minute, and they have a pretty solid lead here.
Woomy just went big mode with their Ultra Stamp. They got 3 in that situation. I don't think Vera sees on this left side. Baja's in a corner, sees multiple. Is Baja able to take anything out? They're going to use the Reef Slider to secure the kill. Oh my goodness, I thought this was going to get the splat. But the invincibility frames are coming through clutch. It's going to be able to take the ballpoint out in this scenario like that. All you got to do is defend zone. It's going to go in. Can they neutralize the zone? They got to get this really darn quickly. They're able to get a splat. They got to neutralize it. That was neutral.
No.
That was neutral. That was neutral.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna be. Oh man.
That's
Oh man.
mm, mm.
That is painful.
Yep.
Ah.
Yeah, I I think the game was very, very in the favor of question marks, but I can't feel like Meow for Nitro was robbed of their dying breath.
Indeed, like they had such a strong showing the last second, but just like that second was not in their favor. So unfortunate.
What a game though. Even though it was a 2-0, it's one of those matches where at the end of it, we say it was a close 2-0.
It was.
Yeah, like it came down to relatively overtime-esque pushes for both. And yeah, we will not be seeing. This is bracket, right? Yeah, we will not be seeing the Tower Control game 3. And yeah, I think we should probably throw it off to a break though, Matt, because our next match will be ready like pretty much right now.
Yes, the hype is only building more, so we get your rest in now, because we're gonna be right back.
Welcome back, everybody, to SOS 107. I'm Genie7, joined by iMad, and our top 4 match will be Choo continued versus Smoothie. And let's look at these rosters and tell me this won't be an insane match, iMad.
We are indeed in the top cut because these lineups are stacked, like absolutely stacked. It's going to be a fun matchup for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be insane. And the maps that we have are also gonna be great. Our starting map will be Undertow Spillway. I don't know, Smoothie versus pretty strong mix of the core of Nightmare, but with others to form the Choo continued pickup. I don't know what exact members are gonna be fielded today, because sometimes I can get a look and see from like the rosters, like, oh yeah, they're probably gonna start. Oh, and they're probably not gonna be starting today on those maps. But honestly, if it's a pickup, anyone could start.
It is completely up for surprise here. We could be seeing any sort of combination. Rainmaker though.
I don't know. I'm excited. Are you excited, man?
Oh, I'm excited. I am pumped up. Undertow Rainmaker is interesting, you know. It's just classic. Do you choose the blue pill or the red pill? And most of the time, you want to choose the red pill on this one.
Yeah, it's the red pill being left, correct?
Yes. That wasn't necessarily clear.
Like I forget the movie reference. I know the movie reference, but I forget the location of the pills in the clip.
To be honest, I'm not 100% either. I could be totally wrong on that, but yes, the left path is definitely the safer path, and even if you get a complete wipeout because of how close to spawn that right side is, even that is not even safe. Like,
red pills on the left, blue pills on the right.
All right, sweet. I was spot on.
Yeah. And for anyone that doesn't know, it was The Matrix of the movie. Anyone I missed guessing predictions. All right, I need my points. Oh,
Just close your
I
eyes
haven't seen highest stamp in a hot minute. Then again, I haven't seen a whole lot of Smoothie matches just due to scheduling.
I thought we were going to see pretty much a mirror match with just the difference of the 52 and the stamp. Again, the Splatoon stamp, not the Ultra stamp.
Yep. Yeah. These two comps that we've got, the Tri-Strikes are coming out to punish those crabs that are used relatively soon, and that's pretty common for what we're seeing. And the trades between the Gal and the Stamper mixed with the Splash is going to favor Smoothie, because they're going to start pushing this Rainmaker. As I say that, to get put down by Miner, and Bloopy is going to have to run for the hills and try and defend these checkpoints.
You know, when you get a Splash versus a Machine, the Splash has definitely the better DPS, but the Machine can play its range so well, and we saw there just knocked out the Rainmaker and his defending mate before they even had a chance to move forward, and now they have the chance of taking the Red Pill side, going up to this checkpoint, but that's going to be 2 more members of Smoothie. That's a wipe on Smoothie.
Ooh, that's really big for Choo continued. This pop will be really good for them. They're going to start running this Rainmaker down the uninkable side. Storm, smart, using the Rainmaker boost of the recoil to find their way across the uninkable just a little bit faster, getting themselves down to 20. Miner's able to get some more splats. Balloon's just trying to get alive and try and get this Rainmaker popped in this favor of Smoothie. The jumps are coming in for Choo continued. Pop is out. Storm goes again, grabbing the Rainmaker all the way down to 16. We're like a minute 30, not even a minute 30 in, and 16 is the lead.
This is going to be incredibly difficult for Smoothie to come back. Like, getting up to the slicks part, just because of how slow that it is, like any amount of points you can get beyond that point is huge. Like, Smoothie is going to really have to pull something together, bring them back, because Choo with a lead like that so early on, they don't even have to really be that aggressive if they don't want to.
Ooh, all the members of Smoothie are trapped in the corner. They're going to get punished here by Storm and Synapse. What an insane play of the Tri-Strikes, setting up a combo on the blue pillow. What a play coming out of Choo continued. This push is going to be insane now.
You know, forget anything I said about not wanting to get aggro. They're just going to take that Rainmaker and capitalize off that triple they have there. Already 3 more members down, and the last one is just, he's kind of stuck. You know, all of the members of Choo continue to just defend the Rainmaker so well, just the bombs are finally going to take down the Maker.
That choke point right at that uninkable. Just too hard. Oh, Pelu. Elu, please. No, Boeing, back, down. Ooh, they're going for it. Dan got to win the fight. Oh, they traded. Danny traded. My goodness, the game would have ended there.
Oh my goodness, so like, that is the one, that is going to be the time where you want to take the blue pill, is when they're all doing the conga on the other side of the map, because that could have been detrimental to Smoothie.
Choo continued. If I was to say this match is dominant, that would be an understatement. There has been no response from Smoothie. It is... Honestly, it's looking like water at the moment.
They have just been unable to get any points on the board, let alone get out of their own spawn. Like, any efforts they've been made just been ending in almost a complete wipeout.
It's been insane. Quite an insane match. And Storm's going to get pressured out here by High and Bloopy. Dan's able to come in from the top, and great job from Smoothie. This is exactly what they need. They're going to start being able to get, not map control, because Synapse is here. Synapse has got 1. Can they get 2? They won't be able to find 2. I can't help but feel, but you lose your crab in that situation, it's so difficult.
Indeed, like they pretty much had a 4v3, but then just a sneak attack from Synapse there just took down half their team in a split second. And as you say, like, the crab player is one of those members you don't really want taken down so early on, but they are gonna, well, again, they didn't even get it out!
Synapse again! That's 2 for 2 in the last minute! You can't have that happening if you're Smoothie. And Pelu on this one little patch of ink, oh my goodness, is not able to find the shots down with the splash and gets punished. They get punished. Smoothie, opportunity. The door is open for this left side. The Rainmaker's trying to make their way through Tri-Strikes, but that's not something you're going to be able to make your way through. I feel like one just fell off. Can Storm punish the Rainmaker? Dan's going to be able to get the dunk. That's all they're going to get. Somehow, some way, High is going to have to protect all these jumps and make sure Rainmaker doesn't get reset.
Oh, well, the crab getting popped right there is going to be so hard for Smoothie right now. Like, they're going to have to wait for the crab to go out, but eventually they will have to pick up their Makers. We are in the last 20 seconds. Oh, it's getting down to the wire. It does reset. That is not looking good here.
I sign up was gonna just like 1-2 with the Rainmaker's dead. I'll buckle my shoe, go to the next game, and Choo continued. I don't know if that's a reference to a video game, but right now it's a reference to a train. Because that is what they just took a train and ran it into Smoothie. Like normally you make a smoothie with a blender. Choo continued made a smoothie with a train. They put the crate of fruits on the tracks and ran it over.
Just absolutely steamrolled into that smoothie, and me oh my. Dang, that's kind of like Undertow Rainmaker is like what's the word? It's just it can go either way on its own, but just the fact that Choo just again dominated that match for so long, that did not work out in Smoothie's player at all.
Quick bounce back. You have to have pretty much a little bit of a short memory after that game. There was some breath, but Smoothie was spilling on Spillway. But Choo was just offense. They continued. Yeah, I used both names in that. I think I'm proud of myself and pat myself on the back for that one. Anyway, Clan Blitz Manta. I know both you and me want to see a weapon here, but I know we won't see a weapon here because it's so good here. The Wavebreaker spots, the Sprinkler spots, are grading for run speed. If you can guess what weapon we are talking about in chat, I will personally give you a thumbs up emo in chat.
This is one of the few maps where I will play that weapon on every single mode. Like some maps, you know, I gotta spice up a bit. I gotta swap off, but you know, not this one, not this one.
Cause I play Blob, Skep. You know how much I play Blob. I'm pretty sure I have 0 paint on Blob in this game. Maybe 20, because it was funny one time. Anyway, Clan Blitz Manta, I feel like we're gonna see relatively the same things. I know machines. If we were gonna see machines, we would have seen it on Undertow. Because we didn't see it there, we also won't see it here. Am I going to bite my words with Miner playing it? Probably. And also, bro, why? Why do I do this to myself?
I feel like this is gonna have to be Smoothie's match to take back, as the next one, Zones. We could pretty much see the same thing we saw for Undertow, but you know, we're gonna be in Clan's Manta here. We'll see how this goes, and Smoothie will definitely have to bring this back because Choo is on match point right now for this set.
Yeah, this is gonna be a tight game. If Smoothie wants to win it, because with a ballpoint on this map, on the high ground for Pelu, it's... GG, I was Boeing's net. Alright, who's streaming? Power. Anybody from these two teams? Balloon is streaming. I got Balloon up.
Alright.
Go to Balloon's thing, Ahmad, and we'll try and commentate this Splatoon 1 style.
You
won't be able to game audio because they have. I don't know if you can stream that to them, the people. Don't worry about it. Ahmed, you got it up? Balloon?
I'm looking for it.
Bala Balloon. Viewers.
Oh, got.
Right. Do you have an ad, or what time are you at?
I am still trying to find it.
Oh, okay.
You continue on the way. I will catch up.
Tell me when I'm ready, Bon. Oh, you don't have to bring it. If you don't want to bring it up, don't bring it up. But I've got it. I can do Splatoon. Okay, I'm good to talk whenever, and I'll just like do Splatoon. I'll just do like a radio commentary of it. All right, hello everybody. Sorry for the technical difficulties. The match is still happening. It's just on the spectator side. I will be able to update you. We are just under the 3-minute mark in the game, and a push for Choo continued is all the way down to 33. At the moment, we are in mid. Smoothie's trying. I'm watching Balloon's POV, by the way, so most of this will be Balloon action that we're just seeing. Balloon's just kind of top mid, looking for an aggressive play with their machine to find a way in for Smoothie. 2 minutes 30 on the clock. Clam's advantage for Smoothie. Trying to go in. There is a crab tank popped in the street for the side of Choo continued. Choo's now taking control of their bunker. Splash wall has been placed. The ballpoint is trying to fight with that across top mast. Balloon's just trying to stay top mid as well. Crab tank out in the opposing zone for Smoothie. Trying to push forward. They've got some clams for the name, but no power. Killer Whale's out defensively from the side of Choo continued. They're trying to push forward. Both teams are fighting. Storm goes down in an unfavorable situation in street. 2 go down underneath basket for the side of Choo. This is Smoothie's time to go in. Inkjet is now out. Splats are coming through. The basket has been broken. Clams are starting to make their way into the basket all the way down to 59, 56, 53. Booyah Bomb is out. More clams are on their way coming down for Smoothie. Smoothie has to get to 33 to get lead. They are currently at 50. Jumps are in. Dan's got a power clam. Can they get it in time? The clam will be in. They have lead all the way down to 30. Minute 30 on the clock. 33 to 27. 27 is the score for Smoothie. They've got more clams on their way. Jumps are coming in. Balloon has fallen. The jumps are looking to be more defensive as the basket will close at a minute 30 on the clock. 27 to 23 lead.
Dang, Smoothie is bringing it back. They have the lead 27 to 33, and they're in a pretty favorable position. Like, they still have a lot of their members up, and they are able to take down one of the members that Choo continued. But Choo has a lot of back control in middle right now, and the ballpoint set up with their special online. They're just going to need the clams to get this push going, but no, Smoothie, they're fighting back. They're not letting them get set up.
No. And the map control, once the basket closed, it really went all mid in the side of Choo continue, but now it is in control of neither team. Mid is a scrap fest, it is a splat fest. This is the real battle of power, I guess they might say. We have just over 30 seconds on the clock. The lead is 27 to 33 for Smoothie. They are trying to defend this basket and trying to stay alive. They've got a jump coming out. No, the machine and the stamper have gone down. Haya and Balloon are gone. 2 members left alive. That's going to be Dan popping their special to try and stay alive. Basket is looking to be under contention. Killer Whale's out aggressively. 2 members go down on the side of Choo continued. Booyah Bomb is out. Power clams are ready. There's 2 on the field for Choo. 1 is going to be dying. There's 3 members down. Effective wipe at this moment, and now this is a good stop for Smoothie. 2 seconds on the clock. Overtime will be coming out as there is a power climb on the field. Mid is where Smoothie is currently defending this lead. They have very few points to defend with. Power climbs trying to make their way halfway through the overtime clock in this Climblets game. People are looking towards going for the leap, not able to find it. Balloon goes down in mid. The jumps are back, not able to find a way in. Here goes the power climb. It's into the basket. It's open all the way down to 33. There's 4 points left on the penalty. Overtime is ticking down, and all the members from Choo continued have fallen. Tri-strikes are out to solidify the game, and the basket will close. I hope you enjoyed my radio broadcast.
But dang, like, they just needed a quick break from the eyes of the people for Smoothie to bring that back. And it was a close match nonetheless, but they were able to bring them back, and they are still going to be in this set.
Yeah, that was, that was really good. That was really good. I don't know. I got lost in the train of thought. I'm like, I was really happy with how the heck I did that. I hope people enjoyed that. Me attempting to try and show
Dude,
off.
you popped off, man. that was fantastic.
Oh, cool. And we're going to a decisive game 3. We will have that ready for you.
And this is gonna be why can I not think of the name of the set? But it's the pyramid one, the one that dual zone. This is one of those maps like
Umami.
Yeah, Umami, there we go. It's zones, so defense is going to be key, but the amount of aggression you can pull out on Umami is going to be huge. Like, as always in zones, like, if you lose your fight back into mid multiple times, you're going to end up losing out the whole match. But the defending team, if they are able to push up to spawn, if they're able to show the dominance they showed in that Rainmaker match, it's just going to be GG, man.
Ooh. I kind of somewhat enjoyed this map of how snowbally it can be and how like you can really like get a comeback. But when a map is snowbally, it can also be snowbally in the aspect of the other snowball never starts rolling, so it can be over pretty darn quickly. And the openings so far in both matches, we have to remember in the match that we weren't able to see, Choo had a lead all the way down to 33 when I reopened the stream when we crashed. So I was not able to see exactly what time it was, and they broke the first checkpoint and got the lead down to 16 in the Rainmaker game in the first minute 30. There isn't that much time in this Not Zones game. You don't have 100 seconds. You have 100 ticks, and ticks aren't seconds. So, yeah.
And
It's
but I feel like we've seen the ballpoint, I think twice actually. Did we see the ballpoint in that Rainmaker match as well? Or did they go like full aggro?
we didn't. We saw Halu was on the Neo Splash.
That's right.
Because they were hiding in the ink.
If they decide to bring out a backline again, I could definitely see them setting up more closer to zone, and that will give Smoothie a bit better of an opportunity if Choo takes that early lead as they have been.
Yeah, it's ballpoint on this map is also good. You put on the tarp shroom. I don't know if that's what people call it. I call it like it's like a little dome, tarp dome. That area is really good for you. Top mid is really good for you. You kind of and with the not really the ballpoint bust, but the inkjet bust where you can two-shot crab, you don't get obliterated by crab by popping it. We could see that coming out again, but also staying with the speed can also be important. Same comp is going to be coming out from both teams from game 1, so we've returned to what we saw originally. And that favored Choo on a different map. It's very different than Undertow.
Now, you were talking about the placements for the ballpoint. We're seeing a crab user on both sides. Crab can also set up pretty effectively on both mid and the dome, as you were saying. And so it's just going to be a matter of how far are they able to push up and how far is each team going to let the defending team push up. We already see that Choo taking that early lead once again.
They got their opening that they have been getting in all the games, and that's a crab versus Tri-Strike matchup. Blueberry is going to be able to stay alive for just a tad bit longer. The Booyah Bomb is going to punish them into a side corner. 2 members are down. Blueberry's going to have to try and find some members to turn this around really quickly. Smoothie can't find anything. They did find 2 on their fading breast, but that's not enough. Choo-Choo's got these zones, and this could be dangerous with special starting to come up for Choo-Choo again.
Pretty much the only 2 entry points right here is like the ramp going up, the ramp going down. We do see the Booyah Bomb coming out. That's going to displace them just a bit, but it's not going to put a whole lot of paint. And that Ink Strike is a bit out of place as the rest of their team is like not even close enough to contest the zone yet.
Sign Up just caused a great pincer, having a splash roll and a killer whale, meaning that they had a full ink tank again, punishing Smoothie, not knowing where if they should go for zones or kill the person in their backside. They didn't make a decision and they fell. Now they have one last opportunity in this tournament, in this series, in this set. Can they find it? Can they find the zone? It looks like they're going to go out with a water, like being water again, and they got run over by the train, which is Choo-Choo.
Yeah, this is what I was afraid of happening. Like, the layout of this map lends itself pretty similar to Undertow, and just the way that zones works, like, you can't not get the zone back. You have to at least cap it once to get some penalty points on it, but if you get smashed up against the Choo-Choo train too many times, you're not going to be able to walk back from that.
Yeah, that was a great set from Choo-Choo, and the match that we weren't able to see in Smoothie. I wish you could have seen it. I hope I did a good enough job to try and paint a picture for you guys to see kind of what happened. But they had a good answering call in that match, but unfortunately in zones, if you aren't able to get in there within the first 2 minutes, match kind of ends. That's kind of how zones is.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, but they still fought valiantly, and Choo-Choo will be continuing on. But before that, I believe we will be going back to a short break before we take on, I think, our winners finals.
Hold up, I want to update the people on the bracket while we're still here. Awesome. Four-headed goats and question mark are in a pivotal game 3. That's kind of crazy. Four-headed goats is not a team to sleep on at all. That's Como, Zero, Power, KO. What? That's crazy. With that, we'll go to a quick break. It's on the other side of the room.
It is. I can't think of that word, but yeah, they are named appropriately for they are goated. Hello everyone, welcome back to Swimmer Sync. We are in our grand finals, and in a surprising turnout, Confusion versus Choo continued. Once again, it is I, Mad Gamer II, joined by Genie.
I'm honestly thrilled to see the 13th seed move on and beat a stacked team of four-headed goats. I can't believe, I know we're not playing basketball, but they beat Steph Curry, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan, and LeBron James. Oh, that's a pretty stacked lineup. And for a Carp to come up with that win, gotta say,
Like, they gotta be packing something.
bro, like we refer to people as goats. I know it's like using the first letter of the thing, greatest of all time, but like Carp, that should be the next one. You're the Carp. Am I smoking something? Maybe. Am I actually smoking anything? No. Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah, man, it's... Dang. We're gonna... we're gonna have to find out after for Carp.
That. Then you went for a loop on that one, didn't I?
Just a bit. Oh man, but we're gonna be starting out on the Sturgeon Shipyard's tower control, and I'm trying to orient myself like what these teams have been playing, because like again, like we have Confusion who beat the four-headed ghost, but then we have Choo continued who pretty much pulled out a double dominant matches in their set. Like even though they didn't win 3-0, just the fact that they were so dominant in the matches they did win, it's going to be a hype match. Like I don't know what to expect from this.
I feel like Power Control Sturgeon definitely, in theory, for compositional reasons, which I have been presented with the prior knowledge that has been accrued in my brain, map 1 favors Choo continue. Does that mean that question mark Confusion Carp has no chance? No. Rainmaker Scorch favors them more in their competition. So we'll be afraid if we see games 1 trade back and forth. But then again, because it's Confusion question marks Carp, they might just throw something silly out the wall and it'll work. Like, I don't know how they made the comeback or the win against four-headed goats. Those are mysteries we'll never solve. And with the question marks that they have, there are more question marks than there are maps. So we will always have questions left at the end. I like what they did there, because it's not best of 7, it's best of 5, and they have 6 question marks. So there's always one left.
There is always one more question. But we're going to be getting into this match. What are we going to be seeing? That is a charger coming out from Trout here.
What? Sure. I love Zedvar on this map. It's really good. This map can favor snipers. Tricer's great. Wall's great on this map because you bounce it off things and ride the tower. But not usually in a Tetra Wiper comp. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, it looks like they're going to be going for the aggression still, because there was quite a bit of QR on that charger. And from what they're pushed up, that's going to be 3 down for Confusion here.
Yeah, and Zaps, they're able to get some punishes there. They're starting to ride this tower a little bit forward. 99 is definitely a lead that won't be safe. I'll tell you that right now.
Not at all.
Good thing they're past it. One checkpoint on this map in the first half, and the second one is a little bit further on. 2 members going down really quickly for outside of question mark. Dangerous. Third, your charger, that's one that doesn't have QR. That's not one that'll be fast. That's one that you will not have for the second checkpoint. The only other checkpoint on this map. And if you lose that really darn quickly, this match could be gone. Luckily, Baja is here. It's time to stop it. Pelu's on the tower, dancing around. This checkpoint has to stay alive if you're question marked, and it will.
Oh, but the Synapse still lurking about, trying to get a couple more picks, but they do get snuffed out. So now, Confusion has a chance to go back into mid, retake some control, and start pushing the tower the other way.
Yeah, this is going to be good for question marks. They've got to find some more space up. The Restarter's going to be able to punish somebody into a bad spot, hopefully down to the charger, but it won't. It doesn't even punish anyone into this Ultra Stamp. Inder just kind of walked into that. Pelu's able to shut it down. Storm's here. Synapse is going for Trout. Trout's going to have to swim away like a little fish. And if you know Trout, you know they're very skittish.
Indeed, and just the sheer amount of specials coming out. Like, we only got the Charger down once again, and they were back on that second checkpoint. It's Choo, like, they don't need to build up steam. They just go straight at it. It's just the Ink Truck going to be able to snuff them out again on that second checkpoint.
Great wipeout from question marks, but honestly, Choo, their train isn't as strong as the last set. It doesn't have as much firepower, I guess. Carps don't have as much firepower as Smoothies do when it comes to fuel for your train. But it's still been one-sided and very dominant. We're finally getting some points down on the board, and this checkpoint, I feel like it has to fall here and now if question marks even want to stay alive in this game.
Looks like they are going to be able to take it, and they still have a bit of map control. We see Woomy, and I see the other member just pushing up to that bridge. It's Minor on the defense. They're still going to be able to stay in control, but the bomb is going to take them out, and they are, Confusion is still in control of the tower. But we'll have to see how far they can push it before they get specials.
It's looking pretty bad for them. Well, Synapse goes in front of the wall to a suction bomb. Can't really do that. That thing explodes. That thing's explosion radius is massive. It hit you from across the map if you have a splash out. And I've learned that the hard way.
Oh, haven't we all? Haven't we all?
Hey, you haven't, because Heavy doesn't have splash roll yet.
Fair enough.
I
Oh,
just
but that is
both of us at the same time.
Hey, man, we got a chance. We're less than a month till our next kit.
Ogami, please. Anyway, this match is still, it's starting to heat up and overtime. And look, Tri-Strike, perfectly synchronized. These next ones, not as. I would give that a 1 out of synchronicity.
Well, despite the setbacks, Confusion has been able to continually take 2, and now 3 members off of Choo, and it's just going to be Synapse versus the Charger, but we still have to jump in, getting a couple more points, but they are not quite able to get the lead.
Well, Synapse is, like, really single-handedly, I felt, shut the door on question marks there. They're doing such a good job for Choo. I said that this match was going to be in the favor of Choo, and it's very, very darn close. Both teams haven't been able to get through that critical second checkpoint yet. But under a minute on the clock, Crab Tank is out from Paolo. Tri-Strikes are out now from Storm, pushing the members of question mark. Confusion Carp back a little bit. Another special being used. That is the Killer Whale. What else do they have? They have a Booyah Bomb, but that gets sniped out of the air by Trout. Tri-Strikes are out. You've lost both of your aggressive frontline weapons now on the side of question marks. How are you going to be able to find your way back in? That's how you do it. With snipes like that from Trout.
The Ink Trucks to come out just to try to clear off that bridge because we are in the last 20 seconds. They have to be able to get on that tower if they want to take it to overtime. But with 2 members down, and Choo is going to be firing off so many specials. Like, yeah, Charles going to have to jump out in the 15 seconds remaining. Choo, which is in solid control of mid right now, and sharking in every little nook and cranny.
Synapse is coming around, gonna land the shots down on the Trout. They've got a Killer Whale ready to go. Booyah Bomb on tower. There's nothing left. All the members of Choo are just partying around. Hey, Boeing, that's our other thing. Spoil.
But yes, as you predicted, Choo did take it, but Confusion made him work for it every step of the way. Like, they were so close to bringing that back.
They were. They were, and honestly, I felt like there was a little bit of traction that was being. There was a lot of traction actually being gained for Confusion Carp. But Choo continued. Their push again early on was just that too strong for Confusion Carp to come back from. They couldn't get their sniper in, couldn't get Trout in a good position. Going forward, Imad, on a mode like Rainmaker, where if you get that first checkpoint and then can get a really good push, it can be devastating. Now on Scorch, I have a question for you. Where do you think Choo continued can get, knowing that they have really strong opening pushes? Where do you think is a safe enough lead where they can defend from the entire game? Do you think it's 20? Do you think it's the 16 mark, or do you think it's like 5?
Honestly, like 16 or less. Like, just from what we saw in that Undertow match, like if they get the same results as they got early on, like they can absolutely bring it down to like 15 or 16. But I think, as you said before, like if Confusion Carp is able to like adjust from that first game, they can definitely utilize their comp in a way that Choo can't on this map.
It's going to be interesting to see what is brought out from both sides. Do we see that ballpoint? Because I know ballpoint on Scorch Rainmaker is pretty phenomenal. So can Jet Scorch. I know we're going to talk more about backlines because that's kind of what we focus on, I know that's a thing. And I know the Machine's good here. I like 96 Gal here, but like no one else does. Stamper's good here, but like Stamper's good in pretty much most maps. Not all, let's be clear, not all, but most. And wow, who would have guessed it? Splash-O-Matic is also a great weapon.
What?
Pretty good. Wow,
I would have never known.
Never known. Most of all, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna see Aha and Woomy on the exact same things that we saw. Synapse on the Gal. Who would have guessed? And actually, no comp swaps. Chris was on the Neo, right? Right? Yes, they were because they had
yes. Yeah, it looks like just a little bit of a gear change up for the Charger at least, but other than that, like the weapons are pretty much the same. We're just going to be seeing some specials thrown out pretty early, but the Neo Splash is going to be the first blood as well as the Wiper. Baja is going to try to jump out, but now it's just the ZNF Charger.
Yeah, Zephyri's got to hop their way out of there, not able to find the... Ooh, they forced Storm back to go again. That caused a little bit of time. That might have been actually critical. The Confusion Carp is actually back in here, ready to shut down this push. The Tri-Strikes are out. That's 6 strikes down onto the field. The Rainmaker's not going to be able to go through anywhere. It is popped. Can Storm push it? I don't think they want to. Now, honestly, a one shot from Choo saved the opening snowball that Choo continued is so used to doing.
Nah, I was like, that would have been the point where like Choo would have gone away with it, but now they are gonna. Huh. All right, take 2.
And I gotta say, I'm mad. This is devastating for Confusion Carp. Because that snipe, which did not connect, but made Storm hesitate, allowing the Wiper and Petras to come alive and help fight back, push from Choo. On the second attempt, I don't feel like Choo-Choo's gonna fall for that again. I feel like they're just gonna run for that checkpoint the first time, get it, run for it again, and get more points. I think that's killed all the momentum.
Like, Confusion was able to break the streak there, but like with the world reset now, Choo like that they can learn from that and just do over. You know, get their steam back, get that ball rolling, and if they are able to do so successfully, we're gonna be seeing another Undertow again.
Yeah, I agree. Undertow, but it has no roof, and it's dry, and it's not dark and dingy. It's dry and hot and scorchy, like scorch gorge. What do you?
And there's no blue pill. There's only the red pill.
If you're a Splatling, you have the other option.
True. But
Or
not for these
Tech
teams. Or if you're Crab, I guess.
Yeah, just crab way your way across. Choo continued. They're gonna go for this checkpoint. They're gonna get it first try this time. I was not gonna die to that snipe. This is the devastating part. At least the Tri-Strikes already. That's the way that Confusion Carp is able to defend. And this time, Wheel Bomb and Tri-Strikes are out for Choo continued. They've got the splat. They've got the advantage, and they've got more splats down. This is how the game is flipped around. This is how the game is turned around from just that one snipe differential. Now we're all the way down to 40. Now we're down to 34. My goodness, what a DC can do differently.
Hello, still kicking around, but they are going to back up with Woomy on their tail. Baja making sure that Rainmaker does, in fact, reset. Getting down to 34, that is still manageable. Like, they could definitely bring that back as they were able to keep it out of the choke point. And so as long as they're able to get back to the middle without dying, but Synapse otherwise 3 members down once again, just the ZNF, and they are going to have to jump out for their own safety.
I gotta stay alive. Synapse has got that killer wheel. Been popped. They tried to find something there. The Tri-Strikes are now out from Storm. Storm's going to the left side, forced back. Gonna be split off. They cannot get sniped out by Choke. But what are you supposed to do with the Rainmaker? You're a slow-moving weapon trying to shoot a torpedo. Good luck.
It just did not work out in their favor, but once again, Synapse is doing some work. Payload getting a nice pick on the Wiper, and there's still so much blue on the middle of the map right now.
Pelly, there's no way proudly rocking the bronze, the overwork, extra work banner because you actually got the bronze and not just flexing it because it's funny. There's no way you're a real gamer for that. As I say that, my vote has come through, and I'm not very confused with what's happening in this game. Choo continued is steamrolling Rainmaker again.
They had a bit of a setback because the Rainmaker was in the middle, but they're still picking them off one by one. And that's going to be another wipeout. All they got to do is hold forward, W key to the pedestal. This might be the KO right here, and it is.
The momentum from a disconnect that you had in a game that you did DC in was taken away by your own internet. Actually, can't even say your own internet. It's not Splatoon 2 anymore. It's Splatoon 3. Got taken away because there is no servers in this game. And Nintendo can sometimes just say, yeah, goodbye.
Oh, they weren't happy with... Yeah, Nintendo wasn't happy with the match. They said redo, and Choo took that and took it way down the line, getting the nice KO. And that's going to lay them to their match point going to Clam's Inkblot. Yeah, Confusion is going to have to pull it out now or never.
If you ever had the Now or Never song from Earth 4 in your head, it's gotta be playing now. If you're on the side of Confusion Cup. I know they probably aren't playing in their head, because if you're this far in the tournament, you usually don't play that much Turf 4. If you are, you're the ultimate Splatoon player, and I need to look up to and aspire to be you. Clan Blitz. It's a mode that definitely was better for Confusion Cup. When we saw Choo play it, they did lose it. This was the mode that they did lose to Smoothie. Even though they steamrolled Smoothie, they didn't steamroll Clan Blitz. This is a door opening for Confusion Cup.
It is definitely going to be door opening. But with it is Inkblot, though, it's like another map or like if if Choo like sets up, could be another steamroll. Like the only thing is like they're gonna have to be able to manage their clams and push the objective. Like can't just turn on objective and then push forward. You know that they have to be a little bit more mindful, and that might give Confusion the chance they need to take this set back.
It's gonna be a question that we ask now, but we will have an answer momentarily. Splash rolls can be good here, machine can be good here, and I don't have to keep inviting you at what splashes can do. They are good. We are gonna have a call swap up from I don't think either team. Nope. I said that. I said either team, and the last weapon that appeared on my screen was Storm on the Zuka shot. My goodness, the mustard gun is out.
Gonna be spewing some hot mustard, but that's gonna be one down for Confusion already. But that's gonna be a trade. 3 members down for Confusion. We're just gonna see the clans. They don't have the clans to really get a push going just yet, but they're pushing up. Like they can just wait.
There's no way Time just walks up, puts a splash roll in the face of a charger, and gets sniped or hits those shots clutch, forcing the Choo-Choo's onslaught, their opening onslaught, which they've been so consistent at, to be, well, delayed, I guess. Now they've got the clam in the basket.
That's going to be one power clam. They're trying to find some more, but Confusion is resisting up until they're wiped out, of course.
Yeah, not much of a resistance. You can't actually, even though Confusion is a psychic type move, it can be immune to dark, and I'm guessing Choo-Choo's a dark type.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of clams coming down to 40 already, and they're still pushed up pretty hard. Like, Confusion needs to get some specials online to start pushing them out, but they're losing 2 of their members. It's just a matter of the lack of clams that's going to keep them in the game for now.
33 was the lead that Choo-Choo had against Smoothie. They lost that game. They were not able to hold on to their lead. They gave it up. But 44 is less of that. They have question marks have a less, I guess, full aggressive comp. Palu's able to go in, not find anything taken out. They did cause enough confusion that they lost question marks lost one of their members. The map control, I guess it's still in Choo-Choo's favor. It's not really. This match can go anywhere at this moment in time.
Strike comes out, they take down Baja. There's the Wiper down as well. Just like every step forward they take, like Choo pushes them back 2 steps more, and they have to use their specials on their own plat just to stay in control. 16 claims for Choo, and they have a Booyah Bomb out.
They do. There's a way to get back in here for question mark, and it's going to be through this Ultra Step. What will it find? Nothing. Gets taken out by Ascent pretty quickly. Can Chris find the shots down that they need on the gal? No. Able to actually get some help. Trout's going to be punished from the backside here. Storm is in. Has the shot ready to go. Has the Zuka really darn close. I don't think they're going to want to use it on Baja. No need. They're just going to get the power climb and... I thought they were going to run into the reef-sided tracks. That was going to be... that would have been scary.
Choo would have been taking some of their own medicine, but again, they just have solid. Look at all the out of yellow right now. Like they are not letting Confusion step foot onto the middle.
At this point in time, this is when Smoothie was able to get mid-control and start getting attacking with their lead. This time, Choo-Choo's not giving up. They're not holding the backwards button. They're not holding the S key. They are holding W. They're Wing spawn. They're Wing the basket. And even with the tri-strikes out, they still found their way through. Finally! This is the first time all game where 4 members of Question Marks are in mid and have pushed past.
And now we got the Charger set up on one of those stacks. It's an excellent plot they want them to be. They're just going to have to watch out for the incoming specials. They don't have a crab to set up here, but they are still making good use of their comp right now. Again, they're just lacking the clams. Like, that's the only thing holding them back right now.
I think they need the splats as well. They gotta stay alive to this crab day. They gotta stay alive to this Booyah. Trout's gonna be forced back again by that. Caught down on the low side. I think that they've been sniffed out a little bit by Synapse, and they know that they're down here. Are they able to find the fight that they need? They are able to get the kill, but not able to get out with their life. Miner punishes that. The machine is such a good weapon at doing that.
It is, yes, indeed. It's like 40 seconds remaining. Like, again, Choo has such a good lead. Like, this is where they lost it before, but like, they're holding such good map control. They don't really need to make another push, but they're gonna do it. You know they're gonna.
Here we go. 30 seconds on the clock, people. Baja goes down. I believe that was just to the killer whale. Wumi's on the top right side. Can they stay alive long enough to defend? They're gonna have to go in now. Punish Miner, who's using that the Booyah Bomb. Definitely not something you want to find a Wiper at all. Storm is going to try and stay alive. They get taken out. Here goes Wumi. They have this Ultra Step. They have to find their way in for the team to get this power climb close to the basket. 3 members are gone. Choo continued. I feel like they're going to be choo-chooing their way to a 3-0 victory in this series if that power climb goes down, and looking to fade right about now. And that's going to be a 3-0. Choo continued. Have a title to their name.
Holy moly, this is... Grey White has just been an absolute upset so far. As like, we see Confusion again taking on the Goated, and then Choo continued steamrolling Confusion. Like that's GG. That is finals right there with Choo as your grand champion.
Bro, like, yeah, it's so weird. I guess it was just the composition that Orca wasn't able to figure out, but the auto play of Confusion card, they did so well early on. It just they couldn't string it together. I gotta say that Durgeon was close. They felt it was close. In Scorch, they had it. They had no opening, but then they lost it to a disconnect. And they gave Choo a better way to find their way to get that strong and dominant lead. And now you're in a 2-0 hole. And like then you just found yourself down with 41 so early on, and it's mentally punishing. Being that deep, that early on a map that you have to win.
It is tough, man. It is tough.
Yeah, but GG's to all the teams played.
Absolutely.
Choo continued for their victory.
Yes, they definitely fought hard for that, and they absolutely earned that. Like that was such a good matches to watch from start to finish.
But yeah, crazy. I kind of want to get to the Edmonton Golden Knights hockey game. Who would have guessed? Genie wants to go watch hockey. Yes, to all of you Bruins fans out there, get rolled. You were up 3-1 You were up 3-1 Boston. How did you choke it? Is a people know. You can find me on my Twitter to see what hockey family I was born into and which one I chose as mine. Yes, we kind of suck. It's funny when I get to laugh at Boston because I don't like Boston. Like the only team in the league that I'm like, ha, all the time, because they're always laughing at us because they always won up both my teams at every step of the way. Anyway, is that Boston right out of the way? Where can the lovely people find you, I'm at?
Well, you can find me in all the usual places: Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Low Tide City in a couple of weeks.
Let's go!
I have just so much of Splatoon content. I am absolutely hyped for it. It's going to be a fun time. But Genie, where can the good people find you?
They can find me at LTC as well, and I will be. I know you're commentating it.
I am not going to be commentating, unfortunately. I am going to be on staff, though. I will be making sure that it runs as smoothly as possible.
Good. So I will, when I say TO's bad, when I'm commentating, I will make sure that you're the first person I look at. Wait.
Absolutely.
Anyway, yeah, I will be on comms for that. I don't. Follow my Twitter at Genie7. That is GEENIE7 _, on Twitter. No _ on all other socials. I'll be tweeting out what I'm doing and where I'm gonna be for LTC. So, if you want to see me or I'm at, definitely check out our social medias and see you there. And got a shout out, thank you to Bowling for a great stream. Unfortunately, PhillyNet, kind of, I don't know.
It was unfortunate.
Philly? Yeah. Hey, at least the 76ers are looking good. With another sports reference out of the way. Yes, Bowling said PhillyNet is silly. With that, I gotta say thank you so much for Arashi with the raid. We are closing the stream, so this is a great time for the raid. I bet. Do you wanna gas yourself and do another shout out now that we have 112 people here?
Absolutely. You can find me on
Alright.
Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at IMedGamerII. I don't think I mentioned my tag yet, but yes, I do all of the Splatoon content, and I will be at Low Tide City in a couple of weeks. It's going to be hype. GD, would you
Yes.
like to shout yourself out as well?
Sure, I'll do it again now that Arashi's here for the raid. Yeah, thank you. Great timing, Arashi. Yes, as when the tournament just ends, we are also ending. But you can also find me at Low Tide City. Find my socials where I will be updating people where I am going to be going. That is GEENIE7 _ on Twitter, no _ on all of the socials. But yeah, definitely see IMAD and me, Genie, at the event, and a lot of other favorite people. I know Arashi, you're going, so I'll get to see Arashi again. But thank you so much for the stream, and thank you to all of our viewers throughout the entire tournament. We will be here next week for, you guessed it, 108. Yes, as this is 107, the next one after it will be 108. Would have guessed.
It's going to be hyped, but thank you all for hanging out and watching. We will see you all later.
Don't style, please.